Hello, welcome everyone to the Ironkeep Chronicles. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Tom Lommel. Every week we get together and play the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. We are continuing our journey through the expedition to the Barrier Peaks tonight. Join us. Welcome. Hello everyone. Thank you for coming along on our journey.
If you eat popcorn, are you eating a vegetable?
Well,
no, it's a seed. No,
oh, okay.
Did you give up vegetables for Lent?
No, I was just excited I ate a vegetable for once. But it's not true.
Is it Lent?
I think it's technically a carb, right? Our popcorn's very...
They're starchy. They're
starchy.
Yeah.
They're little clouds.
They're
Zero calorie clouds.
For your mouth and your stomach. All right. Hey, everyone, let's meet our cast. Not eating popcorn right now. It's Mr. Eric Reichert, everyone.
Oh, hi. That got me. I was like, he's not eating popcorn. It's gotta be.
There were a lot of possibilities for who's not eating popcorn.
Eric just pulls a handful out.
I could have introduced myself again.
I offered it to everybody, chat, and no one wanted any. Oh, I didn't offer any to Tom. Do you want some?
I don't eat vegetables. No, thank you.
Nice.
Ooh,
hi,
such
everyone.
a good Catholic boy.
My name's Eric, and I'm playing Grayson Hale, Paladin of Torm.
Both.
Placing.
Yeah.
Placing. Yes.
Just there.
Very good.
I didn't stutter.
There we go.
And everyone was talking over me.
Eric, we didn't unlock that yet. Why do you have it in front of you?
Yeah, why do you have inspiration in front of you? You're not allowed. You're not allowed.
It's because Savannah put them out here.
Yeah.
Megan.
Narc.
Snitches get stitches.
Right. Right. I have a knife somewhere.
Is it against us if I stab somebody on stream? No? Okay, great.
Nice Twitch. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
not a lethal stab, right?
Do you need your appendix out? Because we could just like double up on the.
I mean, I'll think about it.
Hands up if you had any organs removed.
I had tonsils removed. Does that count?
I think so.
Do wisdom teeth count as organs?
Also, they feel like it.
They feel like it.
Okay. Very good.
There it comes.
Someone who may or may not be undergoing surgery at Havana's hands tonight.
Oh!
Megan Capes is here.
Oh, that's
not
me. Cool. Hi, yes, I am Megan
Threw me
Capes,
again.
and I play Ava, who is a Scourge Aasimar. She is
my character sheet out.
avatar of Zarshala, the water goddess, and she's a druid, and she's cool and likes water. Likes water.
Dude, what about if Ava went to SeaWorld?
She would either be really excited or really horrified.
Yeah.
Probably like
Probably
a very
horrified.
like dynamic mix of like back and forth.
Probably. And be like, look at that, that's cool, oh my god, they have those in tanks, what's happening?
I drank that whole beer as a joke, like just gulped it all down, and nobody was watching it. Now
I saw you take a drink of it. I'm astonished it is already gone.
I just kept going, and then like nobody was watching, so and now I feel terrible.
We're all in our own
Did
little
you do a
worlds,
slow
doing our
zoom?
own
Why
little things.
Why didn't you do a slow zoom,
That's the
Dom?
weirdest bit.
Megan, are you okay?
What's happening today? What's in that
What I was
popcorn?
just
I'm
explaining.
so glad at our last team meeting we decided we're all gonna do edibles before the show every week. I'm so glad.
Oh my god. Sounds so bad.
Here to weigh in on whether edibles are a vegetable or a starch, Havana Mahoney, everyone.
Edibles, vegetables. Oh, I guess I should right now. Listen, I haven't had popcorn in 100 years. I'm very excited.
Are you a vampire?
Yes.
Popcorn vampire.
It's just like cops. If somebody asks you if you're a vampire, legally you have to
And
answer.
now I can enter your
truthfully.
house.
What? I didn't invite you.
I'm going to be playing a character named Avril Birdsong. Unique piece, thank you.
Unique
Rogue extraordinaire. We just found her parents, so she's a bit emotionally compromised, I'd say, but in a good way. We'll find out on this episode of the Ironkeep Chronicles. Speaking of
Speaking of the Ironkeep
Speaking of
Chronicles.
mumbling,
Grav Galati, everyone.
not eating popcorn.
hey guys, I'm Grav. I play Thon of the Wood. He's a ranger, a horizon walker. Nobody said anything. I got all the way through. We're done.
Wow, that was
Easy peasy.
that was
That's
machine
'cause I'm
gun
trying not to
elocution.
belch.
That wasn't fun at all.
Yep, that's the
I
point.
hated that.
The show.
Do it again.
Very good. So, for those of you just joining us for the first time, I should let you know that if you do exclamation point tips or exclamation point unlocks, there are a variety of things that you can contribute your hard-earned dollars toward, which will unlock and influence various events that will pop up during the course of tonight's adventure. If you don't do it, those things don't happen, that's fine. There are some bonus things to help the players along in their quest, both plot-wise and also mechanically-wise. We unlock inspiration, we unlock bumps, which are a little bonus to the rolls, that sort of thing. So if you do exclamation point tips or exclamation point unlocks, you can understand, or at least have a look at how to donate and what you're donating for. And if you have a question about it, you can either ask Mr. Dom Zook, who is at Saving Throw Show in the chat, or you can ask one of our fine mods or regulars. They will be certain to help you out and understand what's happening. It's very low-key, hey, you know what? If you don't have any hard-earned dollars to donate this week, you can just go on your social medias and tell everybody, hey, I'm watching this cool Dungeons & Dragons show. Why don't you check it out live on Twitch right now? That's something free and easy that we would deeply, deeply appreciate. So, as these things sort of trickle in and the wheels start turning and the gears start grinding, ooh, I hope that doesn't happen.
I'm an A+ grinder. A+.
Of souls.
At the quab. Oh, souls at the quab.
Who would like to give us a little recap of last Saturday's session, or just kind of a brief recap of where we're at right now?
Oh man, well we were so high, I don't remember.
Well, we were trying to reinstitute sort of the computer system in this spaceship that we don't know is a spaceship. When
you don't know it's a spaceship, you do know it's a ship of some strange sort.
But Avril overheard her mom screaming, and so she ran after that. And then we all joined, so we fought a bunch of veggie pygmies, found her mom. Her mom said, you know, I haven't been gone for 12 years. I've only been gone 2 weeks. You know,
10 days, yeah.
And I said, you idiot.
Yeah, that's not how time works, dummy.
Stupid as ever, mother.
Yeah, and then she was like, hey, your dad's been taken away, so we went chasing after that. We went down to hell, which is just a furnace, and then we fought a bunch of robots and almost died a whole bunch, and then killed all the robots, and then a bunch of doppelgangers showed up, and now they wanna be my buddies.
We did not kill all the robots. We killed like 3 of the robots, and the rest ran away.
Yeah. Thank you, Blind Seer.
Thanks, Blind Seer.
No, the EMP killed a significant portion of them, and my doppelganger brethren killed the rest.
Oh, so you're saying I killed a significant portion of them? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, Don's the one who carried the EMP.
Thank you, Bard.
Thank you.
Wow.
I set it off and threw a grenade.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that door though, I really cut apart that door.
God.
You did cut the crap out of that.
He is the hero of the
sliced
story.
that
20 the door, is that right?
into many, many pieces. It's true. All right, very good. And no other elucidations, anything to add?
Hallucinations. Did I have a hallucination?
We were high.
Elucidation. Any other clarifying comments?
Oh my
any
God.
details?
Those are good edibles.
I still don't know what that word means, so no.
Yoakum is our little buddy. He's the little box boy.
Oh yeah.
And he had 2 metal cases.
We got a bunch of new gear.
with the wristbands and the belt.
The wristbands no longer work.
Yeah, those were destroyed by
Yeah, they got
EMP.
fried.
Yeah.
But
Bomber.
your strap-on thing is good.
Yeah,
Strap
my
on.
strap-on still works.
What the?
Excuse me, yeah, it does.
It's a spicy night here on the Ironkeep Chronicles. All
I
right.
wish it was. Fucking enchilada or something.
Enchilada.
A spicy enchilada.
Ooh, thank you, Class
Hey, Class
Jones.
Duns, thanks for tuning in and subbing up again. You get a free reroll. Speaking of rerolls, I get a free reroll. Dom, do you remember who it was on Disorganized Play yesterday who gave me, I believe it was Thomas W.D. Young, was it not?
Oh, a traitor?
It might have been somebody else who gave me Estelle Castillo. how quickly memory fades.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. I get a reroll. So that's Coolio. Our chat donors combined have unlocked inspiration for everyone. I said Coolio. So yes, we have your inspiration.
I don't know where mine is.
What? You got it yourself?
I know. I don't know where I put it.
How is that possible?
Did you eat it?
I might have eaten her.
It's
Oh, it's on the floor.
Behind your chair.
Behind your
I
chair.
did not put that
Next
there.
next to a piece of popcorn.
The evidence is building up against me.
And this sign note that
Looks like
says,
it leaped for the
Havana
popcorn."
Mahoney put this here, being of sound mind and body.
I also did tell everyone to throw theirs on the ground.
You did say that.
I didn't do this,
Only one of us actually did it.
I've been framed.
This is what happens when I literally come screaming in 5 seconds before the stream starts. All right, this is my fault. Also,
5 minutes before the stream
wish it was
starts.
5 minutes. Yeah, let's hope I was.
Bag it up.
Yeah.
Bag it up.
Good. Everyone gets 3 bumps thanks to our
Thanks,
friends
chat.
in the chat.
Thank you.
So that's Coolio.
Coolio gonna
Do you want these in your hand, or do you want me to just hide them around the room?
Listen, I don't know which ghost did that, but he's gonna be sorry.
Well, when you're a vampire, you attract supernatural attention. And Class Dunce sends their reroll to Grav Galati, everyone.
Wowie,
There
zowie.
you
Much
go.
appreciated.
Very
Number
good.
13.
So you have just to reset the scene a little bit, right? You had holed up in this room inside this just unbearably hot level of the ship, right? Strange chemical odors are wafting through the air. You've had to roll several times to fend off the effects of the oppressive heat that permeates this level of the ship. You fought a rather tense, standoffish kind of battle against some horrid robots that had claws for hands and bizarre weaponry attached to their body. And just as you had destroyed a number of them, some of the other ones began disappearing, and the sound of laser blast. Thomas W. DeYoung is in for $25. Thank you.
Thanks for the 25.
Came from around the corner, and then these 3 figures in this large. It's just. In this full plate, this strange full plate armor with these sort of smoked glass visors came around the corner and lifted the visor and looked at Grayson and said, "Brother, you have returned to us." That's where the action left off. Now, we're out of combat, but there's still a number of things going on. It's still oppressively hot. You still have your little glass slate. I did not bring the iPad box. I'm sorry. You still have your little glass slate that shows a readout, a diagram of the level, and it shows the blinking tracker for Tobias.
Give her the Kindle.
Sure. Everybody gets another bump, which is good for you.
Thank you.
And that's that.
you, chat.
That's that.
Thank you.
That's that. Some other things got unlocked, which is cool. All right. So those things are happening, and then you have these 3, strange figures standing in front of you.
Do you know them?
Not all doppelgangers know each other.
Well, they said brother to him, so I feel like they're familiar or something.
I think it's more of a general brotherhood
Oh,
of our kind.
you should go say hello.
Yeah, I will.
And you all hear a voice in your head say, "It is more than just a general brotherhood. We are all brothers. We are all related."
Was that you, Grayson, or?
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
Is someone the mom? Are you the mom?
No.
The ship is our mother.
Oh.
So you have been here for a very long time, I take it.
Yes, we have been here for many cycles.
I come from outside of the ship.
We have heard tales that there was a way to escape the ship, but we have never dared pursue it.
Oh, it's the front door.
There's a front and a back to the... Do you refer to the port and the starboard sides? I'm unclear.
Because it's a ship, I guess those are both directions.
It's up.
You came from heaven.
Above that, I think.
Yes. Outside heaven there is a world,
yes,
a place?
Yes. There's a lot outside of all of this.
How can that be? Where we are traveling?
Look, you're not wherever the ship comes from. It no longer travels. It. I don't know how or understand everything about it, but it ended up in this realm, and it has stopped traveling. It has not traveled in a very long time.
And you see the person who addressed you, the leader, for all intents and purposes, turn to his two compatriots and they exchange a glance. They're clearly communicating, telepathically, but you're not privy to this conversation, and they say, "That is most curious. Nonetheless, we should leave this area for someplace safer, or you will surely suffer damage, yes?"
Yes, first we are rescuing an individual.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Nice to thank you.
There's a man that was taken by the constructs here, and he's down just a little ways. We came to retrieve him and bring him back up.
Can you show me?
Ava, can you show them on the...
Right. Here.
How is...
Get away from your microphone.
How is this device functioning right now?
I don't know. I don't
Magic.
know. It was shown to us by someone, so I don't know how any of this works, but I know it shows the position of various things on this level.
We shall deal with that in a moment. It is urgent. You have a friend or compatriot who needs to be rescued, yes?
Yes.
And he just turns and dispatches the two fellow doppelgangers behind him, and they put, their visor goes down and they lift whatever odd weapons they have and they go down the corridor. If you would like to follow along and observe, this is going to be quite dangerous for you, I expect.
We're not opposed to danger.
We made it this far.
At this point, you hear this enormous explosion come from down the hall, right? And you hear some sizzling noises and whatnot.
Bacon.
I mean, it's very focused. It's very focused.
Is it not dangerous for you?
We are well equipped to deal with the droids.
Oh. I see.
They do not see us.
They don't see me either.
Right.
Yes, that follows.
It's actually somewhat annoying.
And then suddenly he kind of
Aw.
perks up and he goes, "There has been a problem. Come with me."
Oh, okay.
You go, it wasn't far, right? You go down the hallway, and this whole conversation takes exactly as long as it took us to talk, right? But you see smoke roiling out of this. If you recall, there was a sort of a double door passageway, and then there was some sort of round chamber type of thing, right? With a couple of rooms off of behind the double door chamber. And as you come around the corner, you see, like I said, smoke rolling out of these double doors, and you see both of all three of the droids that were back there, sort of
DJ Regular.
DJ Regular, in some sort of state of like, I don't want to say like convulsing, right? They appear to be in some sort of like having some sort of epileptic seizure type of state or something like that. They're absolutely immobilized. But the two doppelgangers are standing off to one side in a kind of an alcove, right? And you can see that there's a glass window in the wall there. Looks like it's fairly thick, and there's kind of a blue flickering light that's coming from the other side of this glass window, and they're standing in front of some sort of console, and you see one of them manipulating this thing very quickly, right? And as you come around the corner, you look into the glass, and you see that Tobias has been attached to some sort of harness or vertical litter, right? But it's made out of metal poles, and he appears to be, to your eyes, shackled to this thing. And there are a number of metal arms that are piercing his skin with an intense bright blue laser, and you can see that they're very rapidly slicing off pieces of his body, right? He's changed to this thing essentially sort of like naked, right? He's missing.
Wait, I see my dad naked?
Well, the more terrifying part of it is he's missing a leg. There are several incisions in his chest cavity and his torso, and he appears to be catatonic, right? It looks like there's some sort of mechanism that's hooked up around his neck and his head that has wires and cables going into the ceiling. And the lead doppelganger goes, "We are attempting to abort the procedure as cleanly as possible, but your friend is going to need medical attention. The droids have made a sacrifice."
Well, fucking fix him. Where's your doctor?
Yes. Yeah, and when you say this, you can tell that there's a moment where he sort of like startles. He's either taken aback or thrown off by what just happened. Everybody can give me an insight check if you like.
That's right. 12.
Mine's also 12.
Got a dirty twant.
Dirty twant.
Also 12.
What the hell?
With a 4?
I have a plus
Damn.
7.
Holy crap.
So insightful.
It is just a momentary kind of stutter on his part, momentary hesitation. But you can see maybe his eyes dilate a little bit or his skin flushes a little bit when she shouts at him. You can tell this was totally unexpected on his part, right? He did not anticipate this sort of reaction. And so he confers with the two others, and they begin. They work even more diligently at the panel here. Let's just see how this works out. All right. So D20 Monkey. Thank you, Brian.
Hello.
Speaking of D20 Monkey, you can purchase one of his fine shirts or one of our fine shirts at our store. There's still a sale going on, if I'm not mistaken. So tune in and get a good deal.
Exclamation point T Public, I believe.
On exclamation point T Public. So they managed to initiate the shutdown sequence, and the arms just suddenly, like, they don't even like retract back into their natural wherever their holding position is or anything. Like, everything just stops very, very quickly. Everyone gets 2 more bumps.
Ooh, thanks, Chad.
Wow. Thank you.
And then the door, this chamber door, it's a double vault, so it slides open, and this inside vault slides open, and there's another glass container that slides open the other way, and Tobias just sort of slumps in the harness, and you hear him give kind of like a feeble moan and a little bit of a cough, and then he tries to grab his side, but he can't. So one of the doppelgangers goes in and kind of like pulls him down, and they take something off of their belt and they begin administering. David Flagel, thank you for the donation.
Thanks for the 40.
They begin administering something.
That spray that I found a couple of.
It looks similar to that, yes. Yeah, in fact, it looks exactly like that. And you can see that they're spraying on actually like, it's like liquid skin, right? So he's got some areas of, his body that have been cut wide open. They apply liquid skin, and that keeps him from bleeding out, right? So he's stabilized, but the leader says, I'm afraid we can't fully treat him here. This facility is not designed for...
Well, where then?
We can take him to our home, if you would like to accompany me.
Now, yes.
Yeah. So they get a litter and or fashion a litter and carry him off down the hallway. You all follow in tow. You go down the hall that they came through a large set of double doors, through another maze-like set of corridors. Everybody give me another Constitution save against the heat here.
You're all at +2.
Woo! Nice, thank you, David Flagel. For your information, everyone's at +2 from the Paladin. 2 more bumps coming your way.
Ooh, thank you.
17.
Okay, you're looking for a 15 right now. You're not in the heat of combat.
I failed.
I also failed.
All right.
I'm good.
Very good. So you take 13 points of fire damage.
Yikes.
It's almost as if your resistance to the heat, or the oppressiveness of the heat, has caught up to you. You go down the hallway through a maze of corridors, and then finally through 3 sets of large double doors, and you come into this strange chamber that is approximately 120 feet wide and about 400 feet long. It's enormous, right? And the walls are very clearly thick iron. There's scaffolding and grates, passageways that go back and forth across. It's built. It's divided into several levels. Although most of the central area is wide open. There's one strip that goes down the middle that goes up and down, and then there's walkways and passageways around the edge. And there's a number of different. It's almost divided into. It's like somebody has set up sort of like a weird camp here, right? So it's like a shanty town, but everything's made of metal and plastic, right? They take you to the center of this thing. Underneath, there's several stairwells that are set up in the middle of the area, and there is a horizontal tube that is set up there, and they lay Tobias down in that, and then they close it up with a strange cloth. It's a transparent cloth that encapsulate this whole thing, and they begin adjusting some things, and they meet. You see a number of other doppelgangers walking around here, right? The temperature in this place is much less oppressive, right? So you don't have to worry about making saving throws or anything like that. This environment seems decidedly different. When you went through, you essentially sort of like locked through, like you had done earlier when you entered the ship, right? You locked through in order to get to this area. So the air is fresher, the temperature is more controlled, and other than the fact that it's just lit with this sort of dim blue light, which might be pleasing for 10 or 15 minutes or half an hour, but it doesn't look like it ever changes. Other than that, it is a relatively comfortable environment that you find yourselves in. So there's a number of other doppelgangers around. They are also wearing those uniforms that you have seen other members of the, like the Veggie Pygmies wore and whatnot. And so they bring Tobias to this medical area, and they put him inside this strange tent-like structure, and a couple of doppelgangers begin administering to him. Now, the thing that is unsettling about entering this place is there's really, other than some whirs and hums and the occasional beep of machinery and whatnot, nobody is talking. There's no like low voices or anything like that, and it's a little bit alienating when you walk in and they hand him over to the medics, because there's clearly like a lot of information being exchanged, but nobody's saying anything because it's all telepathic, right? So then the leader turns to all of you and says, well, your friend is as comfortable as he can be for now. I am worried for his health, but I will not have a full report for another brief amount of time here while our medics tend to him. He was quite early in the procedure, which is good, but they have taken some significant organs from him, and I am not certain that without some sort of regeneration, which is beyond our capability, perhaps you have that capability, but without some sort of regeneration, I'm not certain he will survive for very long.
I assume we went back to grab Abigail.
Why would you assume that?
Yeah, that's...
Why would you assume that?
You don't-
Why would we be rushing through a medical center and be like, wait, I need to go back upstairs and get my mom?
Yeah,
Well, one of us could have gone.
She's still upstairs, is my
I also
understanding.
don't want her to see him
If
like
you
this.
want to split the party, you could do that.
I mean, if you don't want
we
us
can
to.
we can
I don't
retcon
want her
that
to
if
be
you
there.
want.
Okay.
It's not a huge issue. You do you do notice that once you get close to those double doors that you locked through, your view screen begins to flicker and kind of fade out. It gets some kind of like weird static on it, and then it just becomes gray and smudgy.
I don't have much left, but I might be able to help your dad, possibly.
How?
I have a little bit of Torm inside me, still.
I don't know if that'll help him regrow an arm, though.
I mean, not that, but it might stave off some of the other stuff.
I mean, it's worth a shot. I don't fucking know of any fucking organ trees or... I mean, if we got fucking back to the city, I know some people that fucking smuggle organs, but I don't know if he's gonna make it that far.
Yeah.
This stopped working.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know if that's important.
I suppose we don't need that part of the map anymore,
Yeah.
but it could come in handy for later.
Can I go into the tent and try and help?
Sure.
All right. First up, I'm gonna do a medicine check.
It's like missing organs, right? Like they're just not there.
It's unclear like what he's communicated to you, whether there's entire organs missing or just pieces of organs missing. But you know, you from the view that you got through the window, there was a huge slice taken out of his left-hand side. He's missing a leg.
He's naked.
You know, yeah. He had something attached to his neck and skull. All of these things seem like very invasive and bad. You know, right? So
It's probably the like most layman's term description you've ever given. Invasive and bad.
I was trying to be less explicit than I already had been, just for the sake of
Don't
not
describe my
grossing
dad's
you out.
penis to me. Don't do it.
It's like a fluffy piece of popcorn.
Whoa.
Is it a
God.
vegetable?
No.
All right.
Hands down.
Stop staring at his penis.
Also, I know that god has been unlocked, just for your information, if you want to invoke an avatar of
could be
Basharla
handy.
again.
Every time I hear that, I'm thinking we can ask them for 3 wishes. Every time, and then I'm like, oh, we just get to ask them yes or no questions.
Not a great medicine check.
Reroll.
8. I don't have rerolls.
Reroll.
I don't have one.
I don't have one either.
So I'll just take their word for it, and then I will.
What did you get total for your medicine check?
8.
You
8.
stab him.
It's so here's
Pluck
the
out
thing
his
with
eyes.
here's
Yeah,
the
he's
thing
bad.
here's the thing with an 8, right? Is that normally you would say to yourself, this guy should be dead,
Yeah.
right? And you have some idea about like magical healing that would be applied here. But the techniques that they're deploying are completely foreign to you. Like you've certainly probably seen people make like a plaster out of like herbs and poultice and all that kind of stuff, right? But the things that they're doing are literally like alien,
Yeah.
right?
They're not putting any dirt in that wound. Or they're not bleeding him.
There's no leeches on him.
Put the body in the hole again. For 5 weeks.
So that sort of takes you aback. Your gut though tells you like they're doing whatever they can
Thank you, James.
James V. Thank
James
you.
V, thanks for the 30.
To try and save him, but your medicinal instincts are like, I don't know how he's alive right now.
Okay.
God damn it.
So I'm gonna kneel next to him and I'm gonna place my hands on him. I'm gonna summon every last ounce of Torm I have within me
Okay.
and use my last 10 points of lay on hands on him
Okay.
and just like push that holy energy into him.
He dies.
Okay. So
He shoots out of his mouth and his eyes.
And
Oh,
then
that was smite.
And then
Whoops.
he just pops like a balloon. It's like, ooh.
James V, you had to screw me on this, didn't you? Everybody roll a d4, please.
Yeah!
My man.
Suck it, Tom.
2.
Suck it.
4.
Oh,
2!
2. All right. So 2 for you.
Thank you.
2 for you.
Thank you.
You got 2?
Megan.
You get 2
coming in
from me, and you get 2 out of the pool.
hot.
We robbed him
done.
blind.
Also, you have double inspiration. Inspiration has been
yeah,
refreshed for the
baby.
evening. That has happened. Thank you so much to everyone who's donated tonight. Very good.
No,
still,
there's one Coors.
still some interesting
Yeah, it was
things
one
ahead.
Coors Light.
How dare you?
Wow. So you summon the last vestiges of Torm's blessing that have been bestowed on you since before you entered the ship, and you channel all of the healing power of Torm that you possibly can into Tobias. And
Oh, here he is, by the way.
okay.
You gotta cut that arm off.
And
No,
Your
just the
dad's a
leg.
zombie. Fuck you.
just for a moment,
Dad could kick your
like you
dad's
see him
ass.
take like 2 or 3
bump fight.
very full and cleansing breaths, right? And then his eyes sort of like squint open, and he looks over at you, and he seems confused, and then he hears your voice, and he says, Who are you?
It's Avril. I'm, your daughter.
What? I don't know what they're... What are you... My daughter's just a little girl.
You've been gone for a while, Dad.
What? Avril, what's happening to me? Have I been asleep for 10 years? What?
I don't know. I think time passes differently in this place, and I don't understand what's going on. But we're gonna fix you, all right? We're gonna get you better, and we're gonna get you out of here.
Everything hurts all over, Avril.
I know, but they're working. The blue people are working really hard, and Grayson's here.
Yeah, my face is my face.
Okay. Grayson's here. Remember Grayson?
Mr. Birdsong.
Well, he was just a little boy.
Well, he's helping heal you. He blessed you with Torm. And if Torm can find you even in this place, you're gonna be okay.
Avril, I want to believe what you're telling me. But I want you to make me a promise.
Yeah, well, of course.
You get your mother. You get her out of here, no matter what happens to me.
Of course, yeah, we're all gonna get out of here.
Whatever
together.
happens.
But it's fine. They're fixing you right now, and we're all gonna go. So yes, I promise I'll get Mom out, but I promise we'll get you out too. All right? You just gotta stay strong, okay?
I'm in no condition to move. I'm in no condition to fight.
That's all right. We can carry you. We can. You don't have to do anything.
You fought enough. It's our job now.
Dawn?
Hello, sir.
If you grow up to be a tall drink of water.
Are you hitting on Dawn right now? What the hell, Dad?
It's all right. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say.
I don't mean to be a burden. But maybe it is your time now. Y'all do what needs to be done.
What are you talking about?
I got no leg, Avril.
That's okay.
My stomach
Jack's
hurt.
parents, they can make you a new one. It'll be...
Avril, it's worse than that. Avril, I can't move my hands. And I can't feel what toes I got left.
Right now. But, it'll get better.
Avril, ever since I got to this place, your mother and I, we've been praying for a miracle. Now I'm going to keep praying. But part of me wonders if maybe that miracle ain't already happened.
Well, like what?
When I left you behind, I thought, who's going to raise that girl? We got to get out of here. We got to get back. She must be staying up late nights crying. She must be worried and sick and lonely, thinking that her parents abandoned her, but it's only been a week. It's only been 10 days.
It's been years, Dad.
I thought to myself, she couldn't ever help us and she couldn't ever understand. And maybe that's the miracle, Avril, that you're here now and you can't help us.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah, we all
understand.
can. We all can, and we'll get you out of here. And we're not going to be fucking with strange artifacts anymore.
Who put that mouth on you?
Abandonment. Put that mouth on me.
I understand. You do what you can. But I want you to promise me that it comes down to it. You do what you must.
Well, I always do, so.
And with that, the figure kind of leans in, and you can tell he's conferring with the medic. And the lead doppelganger intones to you. He really needs some rest right now.
Right, okay.
Perhaps we should move to a different area where it's more conducive to having a discussion.
It's probably for the best.
The posh panda gives a reroll to me. Thank you.
Thanks, posh panda.
I got rerolls. Got no bumps. I got rerolls. I can make it through the night. So you go into a fairly small area that looks like it's actually set up to be sort of maybe some sort of office or something of that nature, right? There's a table for you to sit around that's made out of steel. There are a number of these large scrying screens mounted to the wall that show different blueprints of the ship and things like that. There's various readouts that are somehow connected to the rest of the craft here that you don't fully understand. And it looks like there's further areas beyond maybe that would be considered quarters or whatnot. But you're seated in essentially sort of this briefing room or conference room, if you want to consider it that. Although again, the ceilings are fairly open here, right? The structure really is like they've just sort of set things up to form makeshift walls. It's not, you're not in a divided rooms or actual, hallways or anything like that, right? So he sits down and he says, I should introduce myself. I suppose it has been a bit of a hectic time here of recent. I am Alarus. I am one of the brethren. I don't know how best to describe this.
This is the leader talking?
Yes. Yeah.
We...
He does have one of his like lackeys with him, sort of in the room. You don't get the sense that he's standing guard as much as he's just there to attend to this guy.
We learned a little bit about yourself and your kind, and we were told that you don't, I don't know how to say it, have consciousness, usually.
Yeah, it was, I don't know if you know what, I guess, our purpose was originally, but have you been to upstairs?
Yes, I have been to the level of the ship which the Vegipygmies so colloquially refer to as heaven. Yes, that is one of the areas where we are safer, not safe, but we are safer. Yes, our forms are designed to be imprinted upon by the crew members of the ship.
Yes. But as all the crew members are dead, and what few of us there are have sentience, the ship doesn't see us as beings, only because it only sees us as the shells. It doesn't recognize our sentience.
Yes, we do not have any unique identifying information, and so we were able to exploit a loophole in the rules of the craft and essentially make ourselves invisible, as it were.
Yes. I don't know how it happened, or if it happened when this ship first ended up here or some point later, but at some point some of our people escaped this place and made it off into the world. That's where I am from.
Tell me a bit about your world, as it were.
I mean, it's strange explaining it to someone who hasn't ever experienced it. It's land masses, it's bodies of water, it's trees, it's mountains, it's snow, it's rain, it's sunshine, it's darkness, stars. It's what life is, at least to us. It's all we've ever known.
It sounds like true heaven.
I mean, I guess if all you knew was this, I could see how that would be considered an upgrade.
If I may ask, what is the name of your world?
Well, we live on the Sword Coast, and that's a very large place.
Yeah, it's just the world. You know,
It does have a name, I just don't remember it.
Yeah.
I think it starts with an
That
E.
was a test that we failed.
Someone would have gotten a roll.
Everybody
for it.
can give me an intelligence check if
Okay,
you want
cool.
to remember
What's
the
the
name,
name
of
of the thing we live on?
Is it 5?
Ooh, how about 3?
I can't see.
How
what
about
this is.
5?
10.
10.
Damn, what'd you get?
I got a 6.
Jesus, we're idiots.
Hey,
We're a bunch of
noticed.
yokels from nowhere, and she was born 3
I
days
knew,
ago.
I know.
That's a great point.
So the three of you who've all ostensibly been through some sort of school or whatever kind of like look at each other like,
It starts with an S?
I thought it was an E.
I always assumed it was an F. I don't know, but
Maybe it's a
Is it all those combined? F's?
I cannot remember.
I hope you can read that. That's a B.
Varshala.
I just don't know if I know how to pronounce it. Abir Tokal or Toral?
Oh, Toro.
Avril Toral.
Avril. How do you?
Admiral Toro.
Avril.
We were not.
that's-
None of us.
Nope.
were
None of us were
close,
close.
Not
no.
even close.
It is.
Don't you live here?
You do too.
That's why I know the name of it.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
We've got a lot on our mind, though, right?
We come from a really small town.
Yeah.
Yeah, we seceded.
So you say this name out loud, and you all notice that there's a moment where he sort of like nods, and then immediately the attendant, whoever's attending him, goes over to one of the consoles and begins manipulating it.
What, you
somehow.
Googling it? What's he doing? What is he up to? What is this?
Give me an intelligence
is
investigation
this?
check.
No, I'm asking the leader.
Oh, you're asking him?
Right, because his lackey's on the computer.
We're
Right?
searching our star charts.
What are you searching it with? A piano?
Well, it's not in the stars. It's a place. It's a
We're on it.
right.
All places
Search.
are within the realm of the stars.
What?
Well, okay. I mean, I can see stars sometimes at
Right.
night.
Well, sure, but
So,
we're not among those
are
stars.
we a star?
I don't think so, because we're not very. It's. I mean,
Your world has a sun, I assume.
Yes.
You described. A sun is a star, and the worlds revolve around stars.
But
Doesn't everybody know that?
Wait.
how could a flat piece of land revolve around anything?
One time,
The land may appear flat, but there are in fact very few systems where the land truly is flat. I would be surprised if yours was one of them.
Oh,
but how come when you're standing in one place you can see across to another place? Explain that.
Yeah.
Unless it was a flat surface.
It is perhaps the world is so large that it appears flat.
Okay, sure.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because when you look out, you don't see forever. Eventually, it stops.
Well, but your eyes don't work that good.
It's true.
Thank you for the bits.
Well, regardless, that's what it's all we know of the world.
Mm.
Listen, you haven't even been upstairs, so you don't even know how far you can see with your eyes. No offense.
Upstairs. I have been up to the level above us.
Outside the ship.
No, I have not been outside the ship. We feel it would be incredibly dangerous to leave the ship.
It's fine.
I mean, initially outside is very dangerous, but once you get past that, it was a bit of a struggle to get here. There's a fog of...
Yeah. Once you get past the poisonous fog...
Yeah, that surrounds...
Smooth sailing.
The, I guess, crash site?
Crash?
Did you crash?
The ship encountered a singularity, but it has not crashed.
Wait,
Okay.
what's a singularity?
I don't know.
What's singularity?
It was an unusual astronomical event.
Astronomical.
Related to the stars.
Event. Wait,
Something
I know
that
one.
happens.
Oh, okay. Yep, I knew that one. You didn't need to tell me that.
There was, think of it perhaps as a mine of sorts.
And this star mine caused all this damage?
Yes, there was an intersection between our flight path and this singularity event, which caused a substantial amount of damage to both the ship and its crew. But
and then you were underground. It's like a sinkhole, but like stars, star sinkhole, star hole.
I'm unclear what you're speaking of when you say that we're underground. We are traveling through transwarp space right now.
No, we fucking told your ass you ain't.
Your ship is buried underneath the earth of our realm.
What?
If that were true, there would be no life for hundreds of miles around your ship. Our engines are operating.
Story up, you got plants.
Our engines are operating at nearly 100% capacity right now.
Really? There's not much life around the ship.
Is there a room with a window of sorts we can look through to see if we'll confirm one side or the other?
If we're in the stars, I do not want to look out a window. I will freak out.
Well,
That sounds scary.
I'm pretty sure we're not. We're all pretty sure we're not. We just need to.
Yeah, but what if we're so sure and then we see
did-
it and then that's double scary?
We did travel through a barrier.
Right,
I mean,
some portal of
some sort
sorts.
of. I mean, there was. You saw it yourself. There was some sort of planar disturbance that we had to get through.
Oh, shit.
We might not be
Yes.
in the material plane anymore.
Okay.
There is a viewing portal if you are so interested. I
Oh my
can take
God.
you there.
I would very
gonna
much
throw
like to
up.
see it, even if anybody else does not.
I mean, when else are you going to see a ship in the stars?
And we'll be able to tell if the is flat.
It sounds unfathomable, but I would very much like to see it.
I think, yeah. So I think we are not on our realm. We transitioned from our realm to this ship.
Okay.
So they are tethered by some sort of planar magic.
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Why don't you talk like that?
I'm not familiar with all of the terminology that you use. I only pick up the bits and pieces that I
Use your
can from
piano.
Do you want one of my eyeballs? I think that's how information trading works here.
Oh, I have a bonus one. I do have one in my backpack.
Unfortunately, if we
Shove it in
were
there.
to be connected to the information stream, Sebastian would find us.
Oh.
Sebastian.
Ah,
The table? Wait.
Yes, one of the tables.
No, he was in a spider web.
Oh, right. Spider.
right.
Not the
Spider
desk
closet.
lady.
Spider closet.
We would no longer be invisible.
So
and that's
Better
important.
not.
We've-
Better not.
we've
yeah.
been working.
It is the key to our survival.
we've been working
So
with
kind of
him
important.
to
Again.
restore this stream of information. Would that interfere with your ability to remain hidden?
What, have you taken any steps to aid Sebastian in this quest?
2 of 4 steps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we released several spatters.
There were canisters that we needed to take to 4 spaces in order to repair this stream. We've
What do you call? You call them
I
nanobugs?
don't know.
Everybody give me a perception check, please.
Is his ass scared? Is that what we're perceiving?
I'm spending
I've already perceived it.
inspiration.
9.
What's going on? 2. Oh, well.
19.
You
19.
got daddy problems.
So
It's
it's
in your way.
it's very clear that he
Don't say
is
daddy.
taking excessive pauses as he's taking in this line of questioning. But you say this whole thing about like we've deployed 2 of 4 spider things or whatever, and like literally within 10 seconds you hear the sound of perhaps 15 people as if they all like pushed their chair back and stood up at the same time.
Oh, that would be cool.
And the quiet that has permeated this area is suddenly broken by the sounds of people like you can tell that they're opening chests and boxes and things like that. There's the sound of people like putting things on or donning gear, putting things together, etc. Ah, I see. It is unfortunate that we did not meet you before you encountered Sebastian. Tell me, how did you access his sanctum? Those areas have been secured.
We fought our way
I
in
show
there.
him my necklace. Isn't that how we got in there? Key cards?
Yeah. Key
Or
cards
your
and
sword.
and
Now might be a
Brute
bad time to pull out the sword.
I don't pull it all the
Check
way
us
out.
out.
I just kind of
I know
show
you
it
think we
and
fucked up your whole life,
brute
but
force.
what if I kind of threaten you? How about that?
We made our way to the center of heaven and spoke with him about we came to this place in search of something we call the God's Fire. It's apparently radiates from here. The lower you get, the more centralized it is. It's apparently what killed the crew and destroyed many of our kind before we could gain sentience. Had we known that there was a colony of doppelgangers, we would have found other means.
I'm still unclear. There is a security code which you must enter even if you have the proper card.
We would just push randomly.
That is unusual. Well, whatever
Wait,
this...
what's the code?
I feel that it's a moot point.
Is it 4444?
1, 2, 3, 4.
5555?
It's sex.
I attack him.
Excuse me.
Attack him immediately.
6969
That's my code.
8008.
Uppercase
He
X,
says,
lowercase x,
I-
uppercase x.
He
This is
says,
so embarrassing.
That's how I laugh?
he says, I myself do not have access to or need knowledge of the code. As I said, it is neither here nor there. It is the most curious set of circumstances. However, we will do our best to mitigate this unfortunate occurrence.
We haven't completed the task as of yet.
We could. If you don't save my father's life.
They're doing all they can.
I don't fucking care. Do it harder.
I suspect the rest of the task may become moot as half of the info stream becomes connected. Sebastian will be able to regain control over his security droids and complete the rest of the reestablishment of the network.
Well, then maybe that medical bay will work. That we were in when we first got here?
There are some circumstances of which you are unaware. It is possible that the medical bay facilities may come back online. Sebastian is not friendly to organic life, such as you and I.
I got that impression from our first encounter with one of the spirits. They cannot see, they can occasionally hear me, but her initial impression of me was that of curiosity, and that when they spoke of me, my existence, even hypothetically, she said that any shells such as I would be taken apart and used to wiped and used to rebirth the crew.
Yes, as I said, flesh is a precious commodity here aboard the ship, although Sebastian seeks to eradicate it. Those on Earth, as it were, seek to command it, capture it, study it, dissect it.
Earth?
The level directly below us, as the Vegapygmies colloquially refer to it as Earth, it is the terraforming and bioengineering section of the ship.
Can I ask you, does the name Warwind mean anything to you?
And he turns to his compatriot there, his assistant. An assistant like nods and then like begins manipulating a console.
I don't understand why every time you have a question, he feels the need to play the piano silently. The worst piano I've ever seen.
I'm sorry. My compatriot Malakon has access to a great amount of information, and when I want something answered, I ask him to look it up for me.
Must be nice.
Yes, he says that Jakob Warwent was a member of the engineering crew here on the ship.
What's his first name?
Jakob.
Wasn't Warwind a fucking gnome?
Yeah.
Can I ask you, how long has it been since the star mine?
It has been approximately 1,200 cycles.
How long is a cycle?
What would be a common measure of your time?
Years, fortnights. How many fortnights?
One cycle of the seasons of our planet is considered a year.
So he kind of does a little logic exercise with you, and you manage to get to like an agreement.
Because I was going to say one rotation around the sun, but I don't believe. I don't know if I know that we go around the sun.
We're flat earthers.
Yeah.
So.
That is canon.
So you extrapolate from what he said that 1,200 cycles is approximately 30 years.
Oh. So in that time, do you know of any of your kind that have left in that time?
There are, as I said, rumors that crew members left the ship, but we have no evidence of that.
My guess is some did. I don't know what it is, but we've certainly seemed to experience. If you're saying Thank you, BSBK.
Wow.
If you're
Thanks,
saying
BSB for 35.
it's only been equivalent to 30 years, the disturbances we've experienced on our lands because of your ship have been millennia. Time seems to not work the same here as it does there. It seems to move significantly slower. Avril's father, for example, his experience has been 2 weeks, but it is, from our perspective, 12 years.
If the curious proposition is true that you pose here, that in fact our ship is somehow embedded in your world,
In some, like, tethered to it in some way that neither one of us understand at this point.
yes, well, then it is highly likely that the trans-space warp field, which is being generated by our engines, is having some sort of unpredictable effects as it interacts with the space-time continuum of your world.
Yeah, that sounds...
There is a powerful engine within our ship which creates a constant folding gateway, and those folds may have negative implications for the way that the rules of reality work with your world.
I can understand that. Something, whatever power they use to transport this massive ship, that energy somehow is affecting our realm, which makes sense because I mean, it's hard to say because it's so long ago that no one was there for it, but what people believe about this section of the world,
This is the warmest marshmallow.
yeah,
Oh, no.
is that
It's so sad.
at some point there was a massive explosion that that not only devastated the surrounding areas, but may have even destroyed one of the earliest civilizations of our planet, and created the gods that we worship. I mean, how we don't. It's so millennia and millennia ago. So at this point, it's it's stories passed down and fables. So we can't be certain, but it makes sense of that kind of energy having other effects.
Yes, well, as I said, it is unpredictable exactly how an actual world in close proximity to the transwarp space folding, well, that would certainly prove immediately lethal. I unfortunately do not have the background or the education to hold forth on this, but I will take this hypothesis to our people and see if they can square it with anything that they have learned.
Can I ask, do your people change?
Not really. We do age slightly. These bodies are not particularly hardy, unfortunately. We do require regular maintenance, medical care, as
Yeah.
it were.
I'm-
But other than that,
I mean, like,
we get wrinkles a little bit around our eyes.
I mean, like,
sometimes.
change, and then I'm like shifting faces. Change.
What?
That we.
Does he not know?
That is. Perhaps it's because time has not been as long for you, but that is what our people are known for where I'm from.
Sort of strange technology is this that you can change, and you know, and in very short order, like you hear like a couple people coming down the corridor towards you, or coming through the complex toward you. what is this ability that you manifest so freely, effortlessly?
It takes some concentration. At least it did at first. It grew easier as I got older. I personally hold this face, although it's not as common among our people. We have the ability to mimic other forms. It is, I believe it's probably having to do with how we were created. You know, us not having distinguishing features and being used as whatever we are to transform into new bodies for others. But that is one of our features. I was just curious if that is something. I noticed that none of you...
Two people in sort of blue uniforms like show up, and it's very clear, like, okay, they must be with part of the medical contingent here, right? And he says, "Can you show them?"
Yeah, and I kind of, you see my features just shifting into Grayson, and then shifting back into my doppelganger. And at one point, shifting into a different face that you guys probably haven't seen before.
Yeah, it's true. We can actually all do it. See.
It's like you want them to dissect you.
Does not have the same effect.
He's being facetious.
He's drunk.
And you can take on any appearance. Are there limits to this ability?
Humanoid, roughly the same shape as me, but other things don't matter. I could be elven. I can switch genders. I can do just about anything.
Whoa! I could have had a sister this whole time.
Yeah, but I wanted to be Grayson. My parents. I mean, I don't know if you ever realized why sometimes Dad would be weird, would act more like Mom, but they swapped between them.
Wait, your parents are doppelgangers too?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
What?
Yeah.
That makes sense, though.
I mean,
I know, but like previously not established.
I thought maybe you were like adopted or something.
I thought you were adopted too.
No.
They were fucking so keen on adopting me.
Actually, you were privy to his vision in the Palace of Mirrors.
Yeah, I asked. That was my question in the Vision of Mirrors.
Was what?
Why did my parents give up basically their doppelganger lifestyle?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And you saw this huge feast where there were these two noble
they got found
people
out.
hosting, and then they got arrested.
Right.
Such
I
a bad
forgot
memory.
about
Was
that.
I there?
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, we were all there.
Did I sleep?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean,
Was I drunk?
Sleep drunk?
Was it edibles?
Best kind of drunk.
Was that edible? Was it edibles week?
Ooh! I can't take an edible.
Fuck.
Freak out.
I mean, many of our kind where I'm from, I guess, change rather often. They change it like others would change clothes, you know, with the seasons or when they feel different. I stand out in that I hold the same shape.
Wait, why would they switch back and forth?
Because they aren't as diligent as I am, and they spent most of their lives being as many doppelgangers do, and switching lives every so often whenever they felt bored or to gain power.
Well, and then you wonder why I want to get out of there so fast. Shit's fucking weird. I thought they were just crazy.
Did you ever switch into another kid from the village to trick us?
No.
Oh my God, is Gregory real? Or is he just you playing with yourself?
No.
You can duplicate yourself too?
I cannot.
We don't know.
It's a lot
He
to
said-
go.
He lied about other things.
Well, you guys have lied about stuff too.
You never asked if I was a doppelganger.
But
What a specific fucking thing.
He's a very good lie he can do with his face and everything.
Wait, and yeah,
Aren't you
also
guys
after
all
we found out
friends?
we did ask you directly multiple times and you denied it.
That's true. I did lie about that.
Yes, Ava, of course we're friends, but friends don't lie to each other by
You guys
changing body
You guys
parts.
stole a whole map and never told him. Or
It's
me.
not stealing if it's in your mind.
Apparently it is. It's what everybody keeps calling it.
Xanathar isn't everybody. He's one dumb somebody.
Oh, there were other people, though, who said that.
Who? I'll kill them.
I was
can't
a
say
lot
it
of
if
people
they're
in
dead.
Waterdeep.
Well, I'll burn the whole city down.
That seems
It's a
extreme.
big city.
Well,
I mean, you're ambitious. I'm not saying you couldn't burn some cities
Thank
down.
you.
I'm just saying,
Thank
like, water,
you.
like, I would aim lower.
okay, I'll just burn your face down.
You can just make a new one.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Shit! If I burn his face, you can do it back?
Well, we are very keen to find out, actually. This is an interesting
Oh, yeah.
proposition.
I don't think you
I'll
should
get the
let them
fire.
burn your
I'm
Me
face.
and Alroos ready to burn your face off.
What happened?
What do you mean?
Why is everyone so mean?
Oh, no, we're just playing. We're not going
This
to
is
burn
how
his
it
face.
Doesn't
show
sound like
love.
playing.
This is how it should
That is
love.
not the love I understand.
Because we're from a small town, and these are the best people I could find there.
Hey,
But that's mean too.
Because we're basically related, and you're not nice to people you're related to.
Yeah.
I'm nice to the other avatars and Barshala. I'm related to them.
You're very special, Ava.
Yeah.
I am related to the rest of the Brotherhood, and I try to treat everyone equally nice.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you have emotions.
that sounds
so
boring. Do you want to prank somebody? Like on a birthday or something?
I
Burn
think a
your
lot of
face
it
off.
has to do with, since his creation and birth and sentience, emotion is hard to convey vocally if you don't speak a lot.
But his face don't make any of like them.
Well, that's because we don't have features.
Okay, so I'm right, is what it sounds like. What does happiness look like to you? Like, do happy.
Happiness, a state of being where all of your basic needs are met and you find time for recreation and personal indulgence. Happiness.
Okay, now do it on your face. Nailed it. Nailed it, man. Great work.
Oh, save some for later. Jeez. Oof.
Listen, calm down.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
We would like to study this ability of yours further at a time of more convenient opportunity.
I mean, study how?
We are curious if this is something that everyone in the Brotherhood can do, or if it is unique to your friend Grayson.
It's certainly not unique to me. I've met many doppelganger in my life, and we all have the same ability. So I assume it's a feature of our race.
It's possible it's something that you gained once you entered our realm.
It's possible, but
Oh, the mix of magic with the
Transwarp space folding.
That thing. That's the one.
is that the God's fire? I mean, I don't.
Ava's the
God's
god's fire.
Well, she has some of it in her.
Apparently I have a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have described a bit of this thing you call the God's Fire. Can you concentrate on it?
It is a force of
I'm concentrating.
both destruction and creation.
Yeah, I can kill them with it if they're around too long.
Yeah, it's something that can be used. I mean, either to destroy or create.
Yes. Thank you. Your verbalizations are no longer necessary. It is the energy which fuels our ship.
I fuel this ship.
There's a great source of it down on the engineering deck, or as the Vegapygmies colloquially refer to it,
Hell 3.
the third level of hell. Yes.
How many levels of hell are there?
There
Three.
are, according to the Vegapygmy cosmology, which is a strange interpretation of religion, there are 3 levels of hell. This, where we are, constitutes the first level of hell.
Cute. Veggie pygmy cosmetology, huh? They do have nice hair. Right?
You're a strange and intriguing culture. I wish that we had more time to get to know each other. I must inform you that there are some problems with the ship. As I mentioned, the engines have been operating at 100% capacity for a number of cycles now, and there is in fact a danger that the source of power, the god's fire as it were, is going to expend itself and send the engines into overload. This would surely be a catastrophic event both for my people here and likely your people on whatever strange cube world you live on.
Oh, is it a cube?
It could be. A cube makes sense to me.
Because that's flat
Yeah,
for all over.
all flats. Well, that seems like we have the same quest then, is to retrieve the god's fire for us and for you.
Figure out what shape the world is.
Well, we have to get the god's fire anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Would you have any
I'm
knowledge?
unclear on how you intend to take such a powerful force and contain or carry it.
Same.
Like a jar?
I got a master ball. I'll just.
Barshalla will help us.
It's true.
Was
Maybe like a bag of holding? Put it
What
in
sort of
there.
substance is Barshala?
Oh, she's a goddess.
Why don't you show her, or him? Sorry, show her to him.
It.
I mean, you mean ask for someone to come? Well, it would just be an avatar.
Well, sure, but that's better than.
Barshala, come meet this doppelganger.
All right, and suddenly there's a sudden downdraft of cool air the air here is actually fairly dry, and you kind of notice that like you could really actually go for a drink of water after spending half an hour with this fellow or whatever, but it's a sudden downdraft of very moist air that sort of clings to your skin, and then a fog rises up from the ground, and when the downdraft hits again, the fog clears. And there is Ava's duplicate.
Two Avas. I love this.
Don't they have red skin?
Yes, it's true. She has red skin and pure long white hair.
It's a palette swap.
I've already made a Smash Bros. Joke, right? About this situation.
Did you?
What?
As a palette swap? Or are we talking about?
Oh, like they look the same, but they're slightly different colors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Super Smash Bros. Oh my.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
They wanted me to call you down here to talk to this doppelganger guy.
Hi. You get 3 questions.
3 wishes?
No, she said questions.
We gotta think really hard on
I heard
this.
wishes.
I wish for infinity wishes. Got her.
Best
Never
wish,
worked
best
that
wish.
way.
Got her.
Does the guy see her too?
He does see her, and he looks confused. He says, "Are you a hologram?" Nope.
Oh, okay, no more questions, Blue Man Group. No.
I'm sorry. You said I got 3 questions to converse with your
We
goddess.
as a whole group get 3, so
Ah.
you need to collect counsel with us.
This is curious. All right.
Is my, is there
My
any way
forbearance.
we
I
can
did not understand the terms of engagement
Your
for this
forbearance?
interaction.
No more kids. Come on.
We all share one ancestor, to be honest.
Okay. Okay,
Who's
so
that?
Okay.
Oh, it is a specifically genetically designed creature which has no gender, no particular heritage. We are simply designed to be a template for other creatures to develop into.
Huh.
Okay.
I didn't catch any of that.
Yeah, I don't understand. Can I ask about my dad?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Is it possible to save my father from dying?
Yep.
Cool. How?
They're just yes or no.
Fuck. Why?
I don't know. I didn't make up the rules.
Is there something on this vessel that can save him?
Yep.
That's 3 questions.
Gotta go.
Where though?
Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you. Very helpful.
Damn it.
Yeah, where is not a good question to ask from her. Well, at least we know there is a way.
How does she vanish?
Yeah, I'm physically here.
Was she physically here?
Yeah.
For a moment.
Yeah. This is an avatar of Karshala.
I mean,
Interesting.
I can understand your confusion because a lot of what you've explained, which is, I guess, common knowledge or among your people about your situation, sort of hard for us to grasp. I imagine it would be the same way. Where we are from, there are beings, very powerful beings that we refer to as gods, many of which are worshipped by us, and they influence us in certain ways, Barshala being one of them, and they occasionally send fragments of themselves or avatars to interact with the world. That's what you experienced.
Curious. In a manner of thinking, we are fragments of the crew. We are avatars.
Oh shit.
Children of the... Who is children of the gods? Us?
No, they are the children.
If you make yourself look like her, do you have her power?
No. It is a purely aesthetic.
It's a curious limitation.
Wait, if you make yourself look like you have big muscles, do your big muscles work?
No, I'm no stronger than I would be anyways.
Damn, okay. Whoops.
I mean, if you're a doppelganger, I'm pretty strong.
I just thought all doppelgangers were strong.
No, we're actually fairly weak as a species, which is part of the reason why we transform and hide from. It's a defense mechanism.
I'm curious, how will this Basharla, you say? How will she contain the god's fire?
I don't know. She said she needs it so she can come back.
Maybe she'll put it inside her.
Where is she presently?
Well, she was exiled.
Many of our gods, how do I explain this? There is our realm, our plane of existence that we are from, and then there are levels outside of that. Sort of like how the ship has levels, but in a more metaphysical sense. And many of the gods live in these other levels. The way sort of the veggie pygmies would describe the levels of the ship. We are from Earth, as it were, and in heaven is where many of the gods live, and they are able to interact with us, but some are exiled, like Barshala.
I have a question which I hope you will not find offensive. How do you not know that your gods are not merely creatures with a greater technical understanding, much as my people understand the interaction of the various levels of the ship, and yet the veggie pygmies, with their simple approach to life, see the ship as heaven and earth and hell?
It's kind of all the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess if that were the case, it wouldn't change the day-to-day aspects of my life. If Torm, I mean, even though Torm, at least as far as the stories say, was a man who ascended into godhood, even if these were just powerful beings, but I don't think it would change the way we treat them. It wouldn't change my worship of Torm or my dedication to him.
It is a philosophical matter. I do not bring it
it's-
up to shake up the foundations of your faith. It
No, it's
merely occurred to me that you speak of your world the same way that the veggie pygmies speak of this ship.
yes, I mean, there are many similarities. I won't deny that. And certainly the worshippers of Torm are not against debate, but there are closed-minded people who would react violently sometimes towards the questioning of the way they interpret the world. People like to know that the world works in a certain way and don't like that to be challenged.
Curious. We have news about your father.
Okay, come on.
It is mixed news, I believe is the term that you may use. His physical body is dying without some sort of regenerative procedure. He will not survive perhaps even a cycle.
Okay, what's a regenerative thing? What is that?
It would require some sort of technology which we do not have access to. It is possible that something in the medical bay upstairs may provide relief. I'm not certain that we can safely venture there without Sebastian discovering our efforts now that the info stream has been reconnected to some degree. It is also possible that there is technology in the bioengineering zone which may be able to provide a regenerative effect for his form, or even perhaps, well, dare I suggest, there is another way to save him.
Okay.
And his assistant goes over to a special section of the briefing room here, and he opens up a case that looks like it's kind of like tucked away. He opens it up, and he gets out a device which looks familiar to you. There is the possibility that we can scan and retain your father's personality and essence, and store it in one of these.
Isn't that the remote I have?
Let's make your dad into an Amazon
It is.
Echo.
It's.
We've seen this before, haven't we?
You have one of these in your backpack.
Okay, but it's not the remote. It's a different thing.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
then,
they gave you that box was rectangular. That remote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, but then what do once he's in there, what do I do with him?
These are the original sleeves for the colonists, and these are designed to analyze and retain the essence and personality of each of the colonists. When the ship arrives at its destination, the colonists would then be downloaded into a template such as myself, perhaps even such as Grayson, and that personality would be written onto that physical copy of the body. It is a way to safely transport a large number of colonists across the stars.
Okay, so like who of you is like over it?
We all currently enjoy the newfound consciousness which has been bestowed upon us.
Great. Well, great.
That is not to say that there is not some way of mixing these technologies or somehow arriving at a different solution, but if you are asking one of us to sacrifice our...
I just put it out there. I didn't ask you. I just said if anybody's like not interested in being them anymore, maybe you could be my dad. I mean, you know, download my dad. What's the download? absorb
will
the essence of my father.
certainly ask if there are any volunteers who are interested
Right,
in
that'd be
Don't-
great.
making such a
You
sacrifice.
don't have to ask that yet.
What?
I'm telling him not to.
Okay. It's just a question. It's not. I'm not making anybody do it.
Nonetheless, how would you like us to proceed? We can maintain his life as best we can for the next cycle.
And what? Okay. How long is the fucking cycle again?
Cycle is
You believe it's about a week.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if we can get down into the engineering
Yes, the bioengineering and terraforming deck.
that, then maybe we can. Can you tell us what to look for? What it looks like?
Unfortunately, we do not have a lot of direct experience with that deck because our kind is mercilessly hunted by the veggie pygmies and those who live on the bioengineering and terraforming decks. As I explained, flesh is a precious commodity, and anyone who is a creature made of meat is hunted for that meat.
Great. Okay. Cool.
We do believe that there is some sort of activity happening on the bioengineering and terraforming deck, but it is unclear exactly to what end. There is a war between Sebastian and his forces on the heaven level and those who live on Earth. Every 66 cycles, a poisonous mist descends from heaven and wipes out all organic life.
But heaven's on the bottom.
Heaven is above us. Earth is below us. We are in between. Below Earth are the two further hells.
Okay. We started at the top.
It goes heaven, hell 1, earth.
Where did we start though?
We started at heaven.
Okay. Started from the top. Now we're here.
Yes, so Sebastian is attempting to cleanse the ship of organic life. That is why we have holed up in the bay here. We are sealed off from his attempts to slay us.
Well, were.
right.
Yes, his forces were rather limited, but once the info stream is reconnected, he will take control of the droids and surely begin a war against us as well.
Well, they were pretty hostile to begin with.
Yes, they were not hostile to us because we were invisible to them. That was one of our defenses.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I keep forgetting y'all invisible. Because I can see you.
Yes, that's one of the reasons we don't go to Earth, is because we cannot reprogram the creatures of Earth to not see us. We have been able to infiltrate many of the ship's systems and reprogram them to our benefit. The ship is very crippled. Keep that in mind. The engines are operating at a capacity that they were never designed to maintain for such an extended period of time. Further, there's an extraordinary amount of power being routed to our antenna array. We hope that this is being used to broadcast a distress signal so that we may become rescued. But our efforts to decode whatever transmissions are passing along that antenna array have thus far been unsuccessful. Either the message is deeply, deeply encrypted, or it's just pumping raw power.
Can I ask you one further question? We know of a person. When we entered this place, initially we found the skeletal remains of creatures who had been sort of frozen in place. Everything from them had been stripped besides the base skeleton and had been covered in sort of flakes of metal. And we didn't think too much of it, but we came across a person who is having that process happen to them as they spend time here. They are their body is slowly, the flesh is being consumed or destroyed in some way, and what is left is the skeletal features of them and sort of metal scaling.
This sounds like they have come in contact with a highly concentrated residue of the silver mist which descends from the heavens. That mist eats organic flesh.
That's what it is. Sebastian's weapon.
So, what are we going to do now? Continue to find the god's fire?
I think we have to save Tobias first.
Yeah.
But in the process, I'm sure we'll learn more about the god's fire.
Didn't we need to get the god's fire to help save him?
No.
Well, they were saying there might be something in the bioengineering and terraforming.
The floor below us
Yes.
may have the ability to save her father.
But that is towards the god's fire, so
Yes.
Then we should go there.
We have, what, a week?
a
Yes.
cycle of some sort.
Roughly a week.
Approximately a cycle.
Is that a half
The
a 10
longer-
day?
The longer it goes, the worse, of course, his condition will become, the more fragile his health.
But if we can get it all done in one go, I mean, my mom's fucking got that mist. You know, it's eating her up.
Don't you think we should go get her?
I mean, she's. Do you have a cure for that? Something to combat the silver mist effects?
Our medics would be able to attend to that, yes.
Are you able to?
However, again, as I would like to point out, any existing tissue damage which has been done would not be able to be repaired.
At this point, if you could just arrest any further damage, that's all we can hope for at this point.
We shall do our best. We wish to aid you in your quest here. You are entering a particularly hostile area. I must warn you that the realm of Earth, in contrast to the realm of Heaven, is a realm of chaos and evolution. It is constantly in flux. It is dynamic and wild. Heaven, by comparison, as you have seen, is a place of quiet contemplation, stillness, perhaps even death. But the forces arrayed against you will no doubt attempt to capture you and use your flesh for whatever strange purpose they seek.
I mean, any help you can give us would be appreciated.
Very good. Do you have any items which you need to have repaired?
A suit of armor.
My body. I'm
Those
hurt.
wristbands?
Yeah, definitely our communication wristbands.
Very good. Yes, I can do that.
And
That is a simple fix.
this suit of armor that apparently could explode.
Ah, yes. Yes, we can repair that.
Oh wait, and do you have any more of these? And I'm gonna show him the, like the poison bombs.
Mm-hmm.
But they explode.
Yes, these are, the term for these is called a grenade.
All right. Do you have any more grenades?
We have a limited supply of them, and we are expecting to encounter some very hostile forces from the deck above here in short
I'll
order.
just take a couple from you.
However, I am happy to supply you with. You're just looking for the poison ones?
No, I just don't have any more explosion ones.
Oh,
so
you
I
want the
showed him a poison
explosive
one, and I
ones.
said, "Can I?" But
Oh.
explosive one.
All right.
Owie. Reroll. I don't have a
So they keep one, and we get the rest.
Oh my god.
So nice of you guys.
Can I roll a fucking persuasion check or anything?
Sure. You can give me a persuasion check.
I have a question for you.
He
Secret.
licks that,
Looks like he's gonna go to the
so
prom
be
with me.
careful.
That's like the second secret we've ever had.
Yeah, ever.
That can't be true.
Ever.
Oh, not ideal.
Oh, I thought that was a 1, damn it.
Why you want to be one?
Because then you get to reroll.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's still a 17. So. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, okay. Like we're gonna go. You've got a problem with these folks downstairs or whatever, and we're gonna help you take care of them. But I need a little bit of extra help. You know, some of this, some of this.
Let me confer with our armorer. We can supply you with a total of 4 of these explosive grenades.
Very good.
Yes, please. Do you have a fun belt they go on?
Yes,
A
we
la
have a very
Pokeballs?
fun belt.
Do you?
It is called a bandolier. You wear it across your chest.
What?
It has
Yes.
magnetic threads sewn into it so that the grenades merely are attached to it without any physical hooks or mechanism which needs to be manipulated.
Meg.
Yes, I would like the
Bandolier.
I would like that. One of those is fine.
Yes, of course.
But like magnets, how do they work?
How do they work?
I will have our armorer repair your power armor.
Thank you. And is there a place where we could perhaps rest?
Of course. Yes, we will attend to quarters for you. It has never occurred that we have had guests, but I'm sure there's some extra room in one of our medical bays which you may take over.
I can fit in most drawers.
Overhead compartments?
Really saves on
Oh,
hotel
don't
space.
joke about that right now. Too soon, Eric. Jesus Christ.
All right. So, and any other requests?
I feel like there's something that we're forgetting.
I mean, I know how to use my strap on. I got my power armor.
I mean, I guess they could recharge the shield that I have.
That's a good idea.
Ooh, what about Wave? Are we taking a nap? Are we going to bed?
I don't know. It sounds like you're going to
I
take
would
some
like
sort
to.
of
I would
rest.
love like just a full rest.
That sounds good.
Be nice.
Dad, are you okay? Go on, we'll go to bed.
Wait,
Go see
oh,
me.
wait, do you want me to go get your mom?
I'm gonna go night-night. I thought if we fix the communicator things, we could ask her to come down.
To come
Or she
down
gonna
by
do it?
herself.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I think we.
Did we fuck everything up upstairs?
No, but
we don't know what's
we'd
there.
probably want to. I mean, Grayson would want to go get her.
Yeah.
Well, she's my mom. I'm gonna go
okay.
get her.
He, Alaris, offers to send a detail to go and retrieve her.
Okay.
I feel like she might be weirded out by a bunch of
Yeah.
doppelgangers showing up.
I better go with you, or make that guy look like me. That's
What?
a solution.
He can't do that.
You have a disguise kit.
I make him look. He's a
You just
very
put-
tall.
You're like,
man.
and I've done it. And you just have drawn eyelashes and put rouge on his face.
He's holding a knife.
Yeah.
I am good at using a disguise kit, alright?
Yeah, but this is what he looks like.
He's walking on his knees.
Well, I'll go. Is there time to get her before we go to bed?
Yeah, if you, I mean,
Yeah.
you have whatever amount of time you want to take.
No, we
right?
don't.
3 p.m.
My dad is dying.
Bedtime.
Yeah, so you, just you or
I'll go with.
Okay.
Don't.
Do you guys wanna
no,
go
we're
on or
like
not?
2 halflings. Just let me go get her.
Okay.
And it will be less. Oh, you're invisible.
Yeah.
Never mind. You can come. No, you're noisy. You stay here.
And annoying.
We'll stay here.
Okay. All right.
Plus, I
So
don't like
you
your face.
you go with a detail. This time they do send 4 doppelganger troops with you, and
Wouldn't it not be more prudent to not hum while you are trying to maintain? Okay.
All right.
They do it too, but really loudly. I guess they can't.
What is she doing? I would like to do it.
They just do it in their brain, though. I guess.
Ba ba ba. Really loud in your head.
What is this music?
Ba ba ba.
All right. So you go back upstairs to that level. Yes. All right. I assume you're gonna like communicate with the wristband, like let her know,
Yeah,
like
like
we're
that
on
we're
our way,
coming.
we're coming.
Be ready.
Yeah. And
All my friends turned into doppelgangers.
and okay, so you go up there and you get up there without any real incident, right? She's sort of barricaded herself into that room in the back with the glass table with the map or whatever, and you slide the door open and she's like, I lost communication with you. I tried to communicate through the map and I didn't get anything back. I was worried I lost you again. Did you find your father?
We did find him, but he's
okay.
He's undergoing a bit of a recovery right now. But I will take you to. We should go now, and I'll take you right to him.
Oh, okay. I don't understand what that even means.
Well, it is hard to explain.
All right. You just take. I want to see him. Let's go. As you are traveling back, you come across a detail of 3 different security bots who apparently are patrolling the area, and they start firing upon you guys.
What? How did they see us?
Well, they see your mom, right? She's got the
She can sneak as she wants.
She's got the bad leg.
Foot.
Yeah, she's only got 1 foot,
You can
right?
be sneaky and have one
Clunk.
bad foot.
Clunk, clunk.
I want to stealthily hop.
Yeah. So they see two of the doppelgangers peel off, and you're informed like we're going to hold them off. You guys go ahead. So you descended down into the lower levels of hell. Those droids down there have not been replenished because it's only been a couple hours. So you managed to safely travel back to the doppelganger base in this giant bay, whatever this thing is, right? But you do not see, you kind of like wait around for those other 2 doppelgangers to come back, and they don't.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, so you are given actually fairly comfortable accommodations compared to what you've been used to. You're not having to sleep on like a big bed of mud and moss and whatnot. You have real beds. It looks like actually they've set you up in part of this thing that was actually toward the outer wall of the complex, right? And so there is some existing machinery and whatnot that forms one side of the wall. It's nicely curtained off. There is now like a lot of activity going on in terms of you can hear people moving around. Again, there's no conversation, but there is sort of a general urgent atmosphere that the place is slowly like developing as you're resting. Is there anything special or specific you want me to know or do in terms of this place?
This means I would get all my charges back on my cube of force.
I don't think you get all of them back. I think you get a certain number back at each dawn, right?
I think you're right.
You have to roll for that. The other thing that happens if you take a long rest is your overcharge spell slots that you got now go away.
Okay.
It's almost as if they bleed off over the course of the 8 hours that
Don't
you
worry,
were
we'll get nuked again.
resting.
That'd be great.
Excuse me, good lord.
You fall into a big vat of God's fire like Ripley in Alien 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to that. Searching it out.
Thon, give me either a perception or an intelligence investigation search.
Okay. I'm
Can
gonna use
I bump
inspiration
my-
on this
Okay.
because
Can I put my charges?
to roll for this?
Yeah.
19 plus 2, I believe, if it's investigation. Yes, so 21.
Yeah.
Blackjack.
So, so you're laying on your bunk, and you're sort of reflecting on all of the wild events that have taken place, and your eye, begins to kind of like hum and twitch a little bit, right? And you're like, I don't know, this thing, like I got it, I'm not sure. And then there's sort of like a light that appears on your face, right? And you look over from your bunk and you look over at the wall and you realize that a screen that has been dead has flickered to life. And there's a stream of information that is starting to be displayed across it, right? But it's in those strange characters that you can't read. And then your eye kind of like buzz pulses several times in rapid succession, and the screen comes into focus. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And this is the readout that is displayed for you.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. It's a bunch of names I don't understand. Uncorrupted Crew Manifest, A861 Valerius. Some sort of owl scan, OWL. It's all nonsense to me. It's a bunch of names.
Uncorrupted crew? Are you telling us this?
I mean, I'm in bed, so unless you're sleeping next to me, not until the morning, I guess, unless something changes. So this comes on, then goes away, or does something?
It comes on. I mean, you have a moment to write it down if you want to, or whatever. Actually, it seems like the screen, like it comes up, and it. You kind of fiddle with it a little bit, and then it goes away, and you fiddle with it a little more, and then it comes back, and it looks like that screen's just basically frozen on that.
Asmodeus, huh? So I'm not going to get to keep this? So I should write
You
these
can
names?
keep that.
Okay, cool, great.
That's you.
Okay.
Screw you.
I stare at it for a good 10 minutes, and then kind of turn the other way and try to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. Sure. All right. The rest of your time passes relatively uneventfully. Yeah?
So, will you take a long rest?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you're full abilities, full hit points back.
Do I have to roll to keep my spell slots again?
I don't know. Are you going to take another injection of the anti-God's Fire?
Oh, no. Is that what it was? I just assumed Torm was slowly trying to steal, to hold back power from me, so.
Here's the thing. So in the morning, you do your morning meditation, and you pray to Torm, and Torm does not answer you. But you do feel like you're filled with divine energy once again.
Not out of the woods yet, but Torm has seen my sacrifices and seen what I'm going to do. I'm on the correct path.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Give me a wisdom check or a wisdom saving throw.
Not great. 8.
8. All right. Yeah, you cannot connect with Torm, and you are probably a little bit demoralized by the fact that normally his presence is like you've literally like felt his hand, his divine spectral hand on your shoulder, guiding you and giving you inspiration in your acts and deeds, and now
because Grayson doesn't have
there.
power.
Yeah.
Torm has power, and then he wields it through Grayson occasionally. But the fact that he won't communicate with me, makes me to believe that
you do feel strangely like refilled, kind of bursting to full with divine energy, but you have no communication with your god, and it is a very isolating feeling.
While he's meditating, can I go over to Ava and kind of pull her over and say, like, okay, listen, I'm going to show you a fun prank. Just go up behind Grace and sneak up behind him and tickle his ear while he's meditating and say, the hand of Torm tickles you.
Why would I do that? That's so mean.
I mean, he'll be initially a little angry, but then he'll laugh about it.
Do you do that a lot?
I've done it a couple times.
And he get mad?
He gets a little mad, but...
You want him to get mad at me?
No, I'll do it if you want me to. I don't mind. I'm just trying to show you what friends do.
You're so mean to him.
It's not
Are we
that...
still asleep? Have we woken up yet? Is this like...
It's
You're
like
asleep talking?
It's the morning. I
Yeah,
assume.
it's
Oh,
the
it's
morning.
the morning?
Like
Oh,
you're-
well then
you're
hold
sort
on. Let me see how I feel about
Oh,
this.
yeah.
She's like, I wouldn't do that. Wait a second.
Yeah, fuck, wait a second. Would I?
Dude. Is there a sassy number on there?
Need a fuck Grayson mode.
Yeah.
You need fuck Grayson.
Oh. Yeah, I like this idea. Let's work it.
Ah!
Okay.
I'll watch.
I need to say Is he crying? I love when he cries after you do that. He's moved to tears by the spirit.
Oh, he doesn't look good. It might be his birthday.
Is it his birthday?
I don't know. Sometimes he gets upset when I do pranks on his birthday.
He wasn't born.
Yeah, I was.
Sort of.
Grayson has two parents. He was born in the same
how
way.
do doppelgangers have kids?
Um,
Because this guy seems to think you're all brothers.
when a man and a woman really love each other.
No, they don't have genitalia.
They can if they want to.
If they want to.
They can just become genitalia.
So they just have
and
a
that's it.
uterus for the amount of time they need to?
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, typically,
Oh my god, you need to
doppelgangers
just finish what you're doing first.
doppelgangers typically don't mate with other doppelgangers. They impregnate people
Oh, so your
and
dad's
walk
a
away.
cheater.
No.
Jesus. Grayson, don't get mad at Ava. That I was just trying to show her how to do a prank. And
It's funny.
He didn't even know until you told him. Spoil sports.
he didn't react, so I didn't. Are you all right?
cried.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Good prank.
Thanks. He told me that. I can't take all the credit for it.
How are you? Is your connection with Torm all right, or
Nope.
still not good? I'll give it time. I'm sure it'll come around.
Or maybe I'll stop displeasing him.
We'll see. One or the other.
Okay.
Oh. Didn't I pick up some weird healing things from the med bay?
I've got some this spray foam stuff.
I got something else. What did I pick up?
Hey, Grayson.
Silk
know
pouches.
A lot about Asmodeus, right?
Cherry equivalent.
Oh, maybe a little
That's right.
Yeah, fair amount.
more than I do.
Probably.
Does he have a first name?
I don't know. Do I know that? Would that be religion?
Sure, you can apply
Stanley
knowledge
Torm.
religion.
Yeah. So that's I know fuckload. That's 26.
Holy cow.
I mean, he's kind of a big deal. Yeah.
Gerald Asmodeus.
Stanley.
Gerald Stanley Asmodeus. So what is that name?
I'm sorry, I'm praying. I mean, it's hard to pronounce in our tongue, but Tibareth.
Come again?
Tibareth.
Are you sure?
Yep. T space ABAR space TH.
That's interesting.
Why are you asking about Asmodeus all of a sudden?
So here's. I'm just going to come out to that. I'm not a very good liar at this point. Last night while I was sleeping, there was one of those scry's windows opened while I was sleeping, and my eye did whatever this eye does, and it gave me a list of names. And I thought that was all gibberish and nonsense, but one of the names kind of stood out, and it was Asmodeus, a Tabart Asmodeus, as one of the crew of this ship.
What was this? And this list was just
Uncorrupted crew manifest is what it said. Now he's, the least or the most corrupted thing I could think of, so I don't know if that's true, but it seems, it could just be a coincidence that this person was named the same, but it seems...
It's possible, but the fact that it's the exact same name, we know that this is the birthplace of the gods, right? This is where the gods were born. And we know that we learned yesterday that the crew was transported in these cylinders. Their spirits were held within them so that they could be added to bodies later. So and if this is truly the birthplace of the gods, perhaps those uncorrupted crew members are the god.
So you wouldn't have to know Lathander's first name, would you?
Probably.
Is it Volker?
Yeah, probably know that. They don't all have.
How about Ilmater?
There's
There's a lot of these names on here.
This is sort of in line. It's not exactly how we imagined. It's like slowly learning the truth about the universe that we were never meant to learn. That our gods are beings from another world of some kind.
Not just beings, but almost like us at one point or time.
But, this is what we mentioned, what we were talking about yesterday. How would we know if our gods were really just beings that had technology that we couldn't possibly fathom? Could we know the difference?
We sort of met a part of Asmodeus, didn't we? Didn't seem like any sort of... I guess it could have been technology, but who knows? It's just...
perhaps their technology and our magic are in some ways one and the same. We just don't understand what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're different and they can use their technology to harness our magic. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
These are questions that you and I are not qualified to answer.
Not all the gods were there. I didn't see Pelor. I didn't see Basharla in any of her names.
Basharla is exiled, so...
Right.
Well,
Uncorrupted.
And the story was that this explosion killed the gods that were here and replaced them with the gods that we now know.
Right.
Right. It fits in with the stories, not the way we would like or that people would understand necessarily, but
Right. I don't remember seeing a Torm on that list.
Torm was a man who ascended to godhood.
Right, yeah. Right.
Why don't you make an insight check? Why don't you make a charisma check?
Charisma check. Are you torn?
What was this for me?
Charisma.
Charisma? Oh, I think that's -1 for me. Oh, it's on here.
I got a 7, so you're pretty
Oh,
good.
I got 11.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Straight up, that's the way he tells the story. All right, very good. Other than that, any other preparations you want to make before you depart for quote-unquote Earth?
No, I don't think. I guess you should check on Tobias, but after that, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And her mom.
Yeah, I assume she hasn't left his side.
Yeah, she's in the medical bay with him, and it looks like she hasn't slept a wink. She was in bad shape to begin with, but she looks kind of pretty worn out. And one of the medical attendants says, I don't know if you can have her say something, but her mother's got to rest. It's not, there's nothing she can do other than just worry, and it's not helping her, it's not helping us. She's a little bit underfoot.
Mm-hmm. Avril's busy, but let me talk to her. Mother Birdsong.
Yeah.
You don't look well. You haven't slept much, and
No, it has been a lot. I just want to watch over. They took his leg.
yes.
I thought I had problems, but this he looks serious. His color ain't right, and the scars on his body don't look right, and the shape of his body just don't look right.
That's fine. He's resting, but he might need you later, and when he needs you later, you should be your full self. So why don't you rest now? And they'll take care of him.
I just don't know. Like, all of this is so strange. These doppelganger creatures, and half the time I don't know what they're doing. I've been praying all night. I haven't seen a single person in this place pray.
Yes.
What sort of ministrations are they given here if they're not using the power of the gods? Are they using the power of the devil?
No.
The devil?
They have strange ways, but I assure you they are not using any devil or any terrible. I've used the power of Torm to the best of my ability to stabilize him, and these people are attending him in ways that are strange to us. But I assure you, as a trained healer, they are doing good works.
And has Torm answered your prayers?
I felt my energy. Trust me, he was a lot worse off before the power of Torm was sent into him. He became conscious for several minutes and spoke to us. So Torm is with him right now.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. I am going to.
You have bumps, you have inspiration.
Yeah, I'm going to spend my inspiration.
All right. Well, normally I would say you have an advantage because he's helping you, but I also would say you have disadvantage because you're not connected to Torm, so you can't spend this.
Okay.
Because their advantage and disadvantage are already canceling out.
Cool. Then I'm going to use my channel divinity as an emissary of peace.
Man, you just woke up, man.
Yeah.
We need that power.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So that was 3 bumps plus. Okay. So
Son of a.
Oh my God.
natural.
One?
Natural 1.
But that's a +8 on top of that.
So that's 9, huh?
Yeah.
There's no crit fails in skill checks. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, great.
Whoa.
She looks at you sideways for a moment, and you know she wants to fight you on this.
Mom, don't.
And it's at that point that she realizes she's so tired and so worn out that she just can't do it. And she says, all right, y'all are gonna take care of this?
You have our word.
Y'all know when he's gonna be back? Y'all know what you're getting into?
Yes, and yes.
As much as we ever have.
We've been through so much since you've been gone, more than you could have believed. Your daughter is one of the most capable people I know.
It's, yep. That is true. I can do a backflip.
You always were scampering around, getting into hijinks, climbing trees, playing on the fence posts.
I once saw her grab a chicken and use it to propel herself.
All right.
What if Zelda was a girl?
I'm gonna have my wristband with me all the time.
Mm-hmm. I'll check in.
If you need anything, you let me know.
Okay. Yes.
I will send an army of these boys down to save you if need be.
I'm sure you will. You to be nice to them though, because they can turn Dad's heel and paw it off whenever they want. So you gotta be nice, and if they're working around him, you gotta let them do the work.
All right, I'll be nice. I want to get out of here. I want to go home and have a square meal.
Well, I'm gonna let you cook me a fucking 6-course meals when we get home.
Who put that mouth on you?
Childhood abandonment, Mother.
I'm sorry. It's only been 10 days,
It's
Avril.
been 12 years.
Oh, fuck.
I have boobs. They are pressed down by my armor at the time, but they're there.
They're gonna
I'm
come
married.
in. They're gonna come in.
This
Don't worry.
kid.
We don't need to talk about that. So she's already got a lot going on.
Wait a minute. What?
What?
Raisin!
Son of a. Time for bed.
All right, I'm gonna go retire. I wish you all the best. May Joaquin bless you and guide you. And
Walking Phoenix?
and you do your best. I know you will. All right. So, unless there's any further preparations or inquiries that you wish to make, Alaris meets you at the set of the double airlocking doors. Actually, it's triple airlocking doors here.
Well.
And says, so you are setting forth for Earth, yes? Earth is a divided zone. There is a ring above, which would allow you to gaze down into the jungle below. However, it is quite overgrown, and so I don't expect you will get much advantage from your roost up above, but that is where you will arrive. The plant life is, as I said, ever-changing, ever-dynamic, and often very deadly. So be alert, keep your wits about you. We have cloned one of our wrist communicators to be tuned into your frequency, so we will be monitoring any sort of communications that you may wish to make. I should warn you that as the info stream becomes reconnected throughout the ship, eventually those communications will also be monitored by Sebastian. Yes, that
Good thing
will...
I can convey things in code, secret messages.
Yes, that would be excellent. If you can somehow encrypt your communications in a symbology that he is not familiar with, that would be most excellent.
I'm winking. Do you know what winking is?
I do not possess eyelids.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains the creepy stare. Perfect.
Okay.
I can make you some out of paper.
We appreciate your help, and we will, should we need it, we will seek it out. And I press the buttons on my spacious helmet. It goes.
Whoa. You go. Squeeze out.
All right. Very good. So you depart.
The one of these I have then, does that have someone's consciousness in it?
You tell me.
I can't.
Hello?
I don't know.
I love my tube.
Siri.
Yeah, I don't know how you want. Do you want to investigate that? What do you want to do about it? You haven't done anything with this thing up until now. You just know. You just realize when he shows you one of these things that you've got one.
I'm gonna keep it in mind, and then if we slay something, I might try to download a consciousness into it.
Okay.
This is kind of how I am.
I'm just saying, like, maybe it's a soul stone and I'm gonna own some skulls. That's all.
Oh, yeah, that.
All right.
That.
Yeah.
No, I might get those souls. Puppy.
Yes,
Very
Demon
good.
Queen.
Just saying that this is Elder Scrolls, and I may want to enchant some armor later.
I might want to disenchant it to learn its properties so I can enchant other things that I like better.
Yes, we've all played video games. Great, everyone.
Congratulations.
But have you played this one called Sonic the Hedgehog? Great. Fast. Gotta
He's
go
not like
fast.
Mario. He go fast.
Fancy.
What the
Mario
fuck?
double jump though.
Doesn't got that blast processing. I don't want to play it. All right.
Or Mega Man's.
Mega Man.
Sega does when Nintendo.
What'd you just say?
Sega does what.
He's an alien.
Nintendo-
Kill him.
Oh no! Like, what
That's not a prank. Worst prank. Worst
That
prank.
legit would probably happen, right?
Why is no one laughing?
I love pranks. Let me try.
All right. So you approach another one of these strange elevator shafts, and you use a key card to access it. It's a violet key card. You drop down. It's a matter of 5 or 6 minutes of travel. So it seems fairly actually
Damn, we playing Mass Effect?
involved.
Goddamn
Loading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, it is
Yeah, but
actually.
you listen to the radio because that gives you side quests.
It is a fairly large ship, right? But you emerge. You emerge
Whoa.
into.
What do you see? Take a photo.
So straight ahead there is a railing or a walkway that's about 20 feet across or so. The area here is covered in sort of a bluish peeling paint, right? You look around, and the first thing that you notice is that the air here is incredibly humid, right? It almost reminds you of some of the earlier areas back in the first deck that you encountered. But here it all seems to be fairly humid, and you do hear. The strange thing is, the first thing that happens is you hear the sound of birds, right? So you hear like caws and chirps and all manner of bird life that appears to be inhabiting this area. It's not like immediately on top of you, but there's like regular bird calls that you hear throughout the space in front of you. Right, this is such a fun kind of situation here. This is where they've completely given up on box text, so bear with me a little bit. So yeah, it's a railing that's about 40 feet from the edge of the elevator shaft to where there's essentially like looks like a short glass railing and wall that goes in an octagonal fashion in front of you, right? So when the door opens, all you can see is it's about, you know, waist high, and it goes left and right. But it's covered with this, like I said, this peeling bluish paint. The whole area is it looks like it was painted one color and in a sense degraded, possibly because of all the humidity. Hard to tell what it is, but you don't see any signs of immediate signs of footprints or travel or anything like that. It goes a ways to your right and a ways to your left. And then, as I said, in front of you is this enormous forest canopy. Let me see if I have a top-down view of such a thing in my list of handouts here.
It's at the Omaha Zoo, right?
I haven't been to them. It certainly has that feel to it, right? Of almost like, you know, if it were some sort of zoo that you were to explore.
Disney's Animal Kingdom.
The best zoo.
Everybody can also give me a perception check right now in terms of...
That wasn't that good.
You're gonna go away from that.
5.
Forever.
10.
Goodbye.
Okay.
14.
Ooh.
Doesn't matter. Bad. 5.
Yay!
That dice is gonna go away for a while.
Yeah, throw it in the trash.
Yeah, I don't have the top-down picture of this, unfortunately. Sorry.
Damn, if we rolled
All right.
there, he would have had it.
14. So the only other thing that you can remark upon here, right? You can tell that some of the forest canopy has actually reached up and is growing up over the lip of the walkway. I don't know. Would it be helpful for me to like draw this a little bit or not?
I like drawings.
Mm-hmm.
I like a drawing.
Bobby.
That's not the best way to do it. What's this?
Tell you what, man.
That's interesting. I need to save that.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
What's that from?
King of the Hill.
Oh.
You ever seen that meme on the internet? I guess that a meme?
No,
It's an internet video.
I don't know you.
that's my purse. That's a good one.
All right. So, if obviously the ship is round, right?
It's a good
Obviously.
circle.
The elevator is basically sort of here, and you see this walkway in front of you that goes like this, and then at some point it becomes, like I said, it's sort of an octagonal or such, right? And there's a bunch of large trees and whatnot forming a canopy in this center area. It looks like there's a bunch of stuff growing the level below you. It's about 80 feet down to what you would guess is probably the jungle floor down here. Now these trees thin out in the middle, and what you notice is you can just instinctively sense there's a large pool of body of water down in the center of this thing, right? The other thing that you notice when you step out of the elevator is that you feel a little bit heavier. And with a little bit of experimentation, you can tell, like, oh, there's something strange about the gravity here.
Oh,
right?
Goku.
It's actually like a little bit.
Hyperbolic test chamber.
Now, you not so much because you're in this powered armor, and it gives you +4 to your
I'm
strength.
Iron Man.
What the what?
Yeah.
Oh, +4 in my strength?
Yes.
Okay.
What the butts?
I kill him and take it.
Yeah. I Kilimanjaro.
So, so you're able to resist the effects better, but the rest of you are like, oh, my limbs feel heavy. It feels like I've got weights on my shoulder. My head is a little bit
I start doing
tougher.
push-ups.
Yeah,
I do one arm ones.
you get really ripped. So,
I do?
Punt him in the head.
with that in mind, that's what you see, and then occasionally you catch a glimpse of little swarms of birds, little flocks of birds flitting between the trees. They don't look.
Was it?
Like off the top of your head, you don't recognize exactly what kind of birds they are.
Is it +4 to the number or +4 to the bonus?
It's for the number, dude.
Okay,
Like,
that's what I assumed.
This
Oh,
guy!
plus
Style.
8?
Holy cow!
Plus 8 to your strength.
I was just assuming. that
I'm a
it was-
generous DM. I'm not that.
I know. I just wanted to make sure.
I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman.
This sort of feels like home. Trees
There's
and
water here.
you can sense water.
It's down there.
Wait, can you talk to birds, Ava?
Why would I be able to talk to birds?
I don't.
Can you talk to birds?
Can I?
I can
I've
talk
got
to-
birds on
We
my
used to have a
mind.
book that could talk to birds.
I could talk to
They
animals.
couldn't talk to birds. It had birds in it that moved. How'd they do that?
I still got the book somewhere, I think.
I think I have the Farmer's Journal. Wasn't that it?
No, it's the Book of Thorns.
Oh, I don't think I have that. Oh, yeah, you have it because you own it. It's a prison. Wait. No, he's talking about the bird book.
Yeah.
Right, that was the same
Oh,
book.
that
Yeah,
was
it's the prison
same-
book.
That's right. What a weird. Okay.
The dragon
Whatever.
Can I do any sort of tracking check to see for footprints or anything that humanoids would have left?
Mm-hmm. Sure, go ahead.
Would that be nature? How would you like that done? Survival?
I think it's a survival check, yeah.
Okie dokie. That would be a 12. I should have bumped it. Son of a poop.
Son of a poo.
It does not look like in this particular area. It doesn't look like this particular area has been disturbed. You're guessing that Alaris probably directed you to the most convenient or tactically opportune point of entry, right? So this place doesn't have any signs of humanoid life on this particular side of the walkway here.
Okay. Should we go down to this water?
I like that idea.
Okay. You said it was 80 feet down?
It's 80 feet down if you want to kind of rappel over the edge of the walkway. Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. We probably got rope, right?
I
Or we
definitely
could
do.
walk a little further and look for stairs.
I like that idea. Or like a ladder.
But that's what they'll be expecting.
Who's they?
I don't
Those
know.
birds, they're suspicious.
Yeah, birds.
Not everything's trying to kill us.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Okay. In which direction do you wish to walk?
Ava?
That way.
Right.
This way?
Yeah.
But that's left. But all right. She says
Okay.
that way and then walks the other way.
She does.
Wait, is that a prank? That's not how that works.
Man, you got us good, Ava.
No, don't tell her about me.
Oh.
That's not how that works.
I think it's funny.
How do
It's a
I
good start.
activate the repulsor jets in my Iron Man suit?
I push him off the hill.
All right.
Fly, Grayson,
So,
fly.
Push a bird out of the nest.
you
I throw a grenade, poison grenade. Pranked. Gotcha.
Thon pulls out an arrow. Prank!
Oh, we're all dead.
They all killed one another.
Sick
I
prank.
don't understand these.
Ava eats our corpses.
So you head down this way.
Laughing the whole time.
You pass.
Prank.
You pass a couple things of note, right? In this area here, it looks to you as you gaze through, there's two large open archways, right? It looks to you as if that maybe was at one time some sort of lounge or entertainment or something area, right? There's clearly a lot of furniture that's like couches and whatnot, but they're all arranged in like a social fashion, not like a living quarters type of fashion, right? But they're also covered with some weird kind of purple mold, and they're in relatively bad repair. They don't look like they have been used in any significant amount of time.
I'll check under the cushions.
Do you want to go in that room and search it?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Leave no couch cushion unturned.
You
Go-
find pennies.
Go ahead and
It's the
I
God's fire.
celebrate.
It's on this couch cushion the whole time.
What are
And a
pennies?
remote.
go ahead and give me an
have found a remote,
intelligence investigation check.
I will
And
use
there's-
my inspiration.
Okay.
There's an old candy wrapper
And my 2 of my bumps.
and some keys.
Whoa.
Candy
Okay.
Oh, baby.
Double crit.
Oh,
That's the
The opposite of that. Okay. Ooh,
That's close, though,
Yeah. So that's gonna be a 20, 22, or yeah, 20 with the bumps, 22 with my thingy, 23.
Okay. All right.
You become the count?
Yeah. I just searched so good, I became a puppet.
So you go in there, you search around, and you move one of the pieces of furniture, right?
Skirt.
And because it seems like it's been pushed up against the wall, but there's a gap, right? And when you pull it back, you realize that there's a black case behind behind it. What would you like to do with that?
Guys, look at this.
how big is this case?
It's about it's fairly large, right? In terms of it's about yay big, about yay deep, about yay wide.
What's in it? Did you open it?
No, I mean, I was gonna see if anyone recognized it. I mean, we maybe should check it for traps before
Go for
we
it.
open it.
It's kind of your thing.
Alright. Stand back.
There's a hurricane coming.
What is checking for traps? Is that also intelligence?
Yeah, it's also an intelligence investigation check.
Finish that off.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay, that's not ideal. What? Okay, 10.
A 10 total, huh? All right.
Yeah!
All right.
Did a great job.
You open it up. There doesn't seem to be any traps on it, right? You're fiddling around with it. You decide there's no traps on it, so you just pop it open. Inside, you find a weird set of armor. It is like an odd black, kind of like leathery type of material. It is reinforced with plate mail at the knees, elbows, and shoulders. So there's like these like metal inserts at the knees, elbows, and shoulder. And then there's another piece on top of that that has this very heavy sort of girdle or belt, right? And there's this box which looks like it would probably go over your chest. And on the back, or attached to the box, there's a couple of large, heavy ropes that attach to the box. And on the back, there's a strangely shaped pack, right? So there's this pack that goes on your back. There's a couple of straps that connect that to this box that goes on your chest. Is there anything else? That's what you get on first blush as you open this thing up. Is there any particular way you want
Is it
to
a scuba
manipulate
suit?
this thing?
How big is it? Is it my size? Probably not.
Looks like it's made. It's hard to say. On you, the pack would be pretty unwieldy, right? It looks like it's made for somebody who's more human-sized than
Okay.
somebody who's your size.
So you got a thing on. What do you think? You want to try it on?
I could try it, sure. See what it does.
Okay. All right. You start pulling stuff out of this thing. Why don't I just save the page? What's wrong with me?
You need some sticky notes.
And as you pull the rest of this stuff out, this pack, right? There's you realize that there's a strange glass sphere that is 2 pieces that would probably encase your head, right? If you could probably wear it as a helmet. It's got kind of like a collar that's made out of the same black material, and it looks like when you clamp it into place, it probably attaches to these ropes somehow, right?
Okay. So I'll put that on, or attempt to at least.
I'll help him, I guess.
Okay.
I think this goes on like your head, and then I'll just like close that around your throat.
It just looks like glass. I don't think it would protect me very well.
Can you breathe? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, don't knock on it. Don't do that.
You should do that more. Yeah, it's
Frank.
That's solid prank. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Put a bow on his
I'll
head.
do it on you. Did it work? Is it?
Did you
was
just?
that
Oh, he does have a thing on. I thought you just punched his face.
I'll do what you.
Prank!
Oh my god, that's so funny.
All right.
I push him in the water.
80 feet into the water.
Yeah, the water's a little bit further away than that, but
We don't know.
More.
yeah.
It is now with his blood. Lol, pranked.
So you've got this thing on, and you start to get a headache after like a minute and a half or so.
Does your eyeball say anything?
And you
feel
guys see
good.
that the inside of the helm starts kind of steaming up, and he starts to
What
turn
the fuck?
I can't breathe.
kind of
Get
like
this off of
red,
me.
and
Okay, I'll take it off of him. What the fuck?
I couldn't breathe.
What? Why?
I don't know. I don't know what this does, but
What'd your
After-
eyeball say?
it doesn't, as far as I can tell, it doesn't tell me anything.
Your eyeball. Your eyeball does connect to this thing, and the only thing that you see is as you look at it, it has there's a red rectangle, and it has just a little red sliver in it, and that's it.
A red rectangle
Oh,
with
I
a
get you.
little red.
It's a battery low symbol.
Red.
So like,
How are we gonna figure this out?
wait. So it tells me that this thing has that symbol coming out of it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something red on it. I don't know what that means. It means it's bad.
Bad poison.
It's yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just not working. I don't know what the purpose is, but
Maybe we need to put blood into it.
Yeah.
all right. I'll let you hold this while I take it off.
All right, I'll hold him still while you cut him.
No. Bad. That's not a prank. Not a prank.
Pretty fun prank, right, Ava?
I'll take it off.
I mean, you don't want to kill people unless they're evil.
Or being sacrificed to Barshala.
What?
Don't put that idea in her head.
When you say that out loud, right?
Sacrifice to Barshala.
All of the birds in the jungle around you suddenly go silent.
What the fuck?
What a weird coincidence.
Is that a prank?
Hey,
You don't need to take your clothes off.
Well, I thought that there was time for that.
You just hear a wave go, "Hey, Avril, I would like some sauce, please."
No.
Sauce?
Sauce. Some people sauce.
So he said.
He supposed people sauce.
Okay. That's the only significant item that you find in there.
Okay, great.
There's a smattering of bones and whatnot, but
I need those
that's about it.
for research.
Like in the couch?
In the room, right?
Oh.
It looks like maybe something has maybe been eaten here, or
Gross.
something has made a
Delicious.
nest here. It's hard to tell.
Cute.
Let's keep on moving, I guess.
Okay. As you get to this corner, I was wrong about something. I do have
Top down now?
an illustration to share with you.
Ooh.
Yes.
What?
Paint us a picture,
Well, I
Lamo.
don't the good news is I don't have to paint it.
Provide us a picture, Lamo.
Paint us a picture.
Oh, I can't wait.
So,
exactly
this
what I
is
pictured.
you're standing on this railing
Just
here,
like Ozzy.
And that's what you see, right? So there's something mounted to the corner of the
Is it lasers?
of the walkway
Can
here.
I touch this?
Yeah, you can't flip it over, but you can look at it.
Oh, I'm so scared. Is it a viewfinder?
It's like a strange,
You know?
Yeah, put
metal,
your eyes in it.
strange metal bird. What? No.
Well, you replaced your whole eye. You can put your eyes in the thing.
Yeah.
I'm not taking out more eyes.
I mean, it probably does it look like glasses to us? I have a pair of like opera
It
glasses.
looks gigantic. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what that is now. I get you. I thought it was like plane size is what it looks like to me.
I think it's just the perspective is really
Yeah.
bad.
I get you. I see why you guys said put your eyes in it. I understand.
Really great.
Okay.
So does anyone have a quarter for that?
I found a what?
Find quarter in the couch.
Yeah, I found several quarters. One for the feeding the ducks, another for using the looky magoo.
Looky Magoo. All right. So you're going to continue on. Is that correct?
Well,
Yes.
if there's a reach, I have opera glasses in my inventory from when we did that one-off. Can I make a correlation enough between the two of those, or is that even what's going on? I mean, Havana's making that assumption, but I'm just trying to see.
Oh, I mean, this most certainly could be an incredibly complex and fancy set of opera glasses.
May I look through them then?
You can, yeah. You want to put them up to your face?
Oh, yes.
More than anything ever.
Hold on, I'm so ready.
All right.
Do you see an opera?
That's all I ever wanted from D&D.
Is there an opera in that jungle?
I'm blind.
Okay.
So
well,
the good news is that
how it goes.
the anesthetic takes effect as the needles slide into your corneas.
wait, what?
What?
Oh no, I'm. What,
Are you doing it, Frank?
Go ahead and say whatever you want
You
to say.
agreed to the eye
Whatever-
transplant.
whatever
You're putting
you're
your
gonna
face up to this thing.
Oh my goodness.
Did you not know that was going to happen?
No, didn't
Prank!
All right.
That is a prank.
Yeah.
The good news is
Oh.
that was just a prank, you guys.
Top pranks.
Where are these things? That's this illustration. Oh boy. They look like this. That's those things. So yes, you.
Stick your face in the curvy bit.
Yeah, so you end up putting your face in the curvy bit, and you put your hands on these handles here, and you are able to see magnified
Oh my God.
down into the jungle below.
Oh.
I really thought you were gonna fucking
It's like, that,
take my eyes.
it's like in Dead Space 2, that horrible mini game.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, shit. It's very close now. Like my opera glasses, but on a larger scale.
Well, what do you see? Anything interesting?
Let me look around.
Okay,
Don't look
give
at me.
Ew, what is it?
My soul! Look away!
Why don't
Look
you,
away, I'm here.
why don't you
Skin
give
is
me
terrible.
a perception check with advantage, please?
Ooh,
Don't kink shame my soul.
kink shame your soul. I better bump this. Can I do this mid advantage?
Mid advantage.
Yikes! 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, with advantage.
Damn.
It's not good.
You want to re-roll it? There
Yeah.
you go. I only got like
Ah.
a couple minutes. So.
Wait, if I reroll, do I get to reroll both of them?
I think that's how we've been doing it.
I believe so.
Okay. Don't be sad, Tom.
It's too late.
Oh,
You have two
no.
rerolls. Whoa, secret. Oh, wait.
8,
Secret
9,
reroll.
10, 11. Wait, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12.
That was a waste of a reroll. I'm so sorry.
Well,
What are you doing? Get it
thanks, class
together.
dunce.
All right.
Damn it.
What I haven't admitted to anybody is I need glasses. But I would look dumb if I did a flip, they'd fall off.
You need those goggle glasses.
So
Like the ones they wear in the NBA.
Yeah.
you're scanning through the jungle, and
Doing it too fast.
it is difficult to kind of get these things zeroed in because the foliage is so thick, right? That seeing through the overlapping leaves and fronds is not particularly easy from up above where you are. The illustration doesn't do a good job of showing just how overgrown it actually is over the top. There's this kind of like this crown of rainforest that covers the lake below, right? But you do manage to kind of find a spot where the leaves are a little bit open, and you zoom down, and as you look through at the jungle floor below, you see a tree stump.
Gregory.
And the reason that this whole thing catches your eyes is perched on this tree stump is just a perfect white bunny. Like
It's the white rabbit.
pink eyes, you know, just kind of like sitting on top of the stump, and you see the ears kind of like, you know, wiggle a little bit, and it kind of like looks around back and forth, and then it puts its head down, and you see its tail kind of like floof a couple times. And it's just sitting there. It looks like maybe it's sunning itself on the stump.
Then its jaw hinges and it has sharp teeth and it goes.
I was gonna think either that or like the Jurassic Park goat situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing that you do notice in this area is that there's a strong, like the lights above are really strongly radiating a lot of energy, right? They're bright yellow, beaming down with almost like a midday sun kind of intensity.
Oh my God.
It's offset by how awful and humid it is here. So, that's what you see.
Guys, there's a very cute bunny down there.
Really?
Yeah, you wanna look at it?
Okay.
I'll step aside and I'll try and keep it right at the right spot.
Oh yeah, it's cute. But what does that do for us?
Oh, I just thought it was cute.
Oh.
You guys wanna look at it?
No, I trust you.
It's cute.
Don't wanna see a cute bunny.
Okay.
Weirdo.
I mean,
Give
No
me a knowledge nature check.
That's not a bunny, that's my wife.
10. Yep.
It's a very cute bunny. It does strike you as
gives you the finger.
Your perception check lets you know it's very cute.
not necessarily. It doesn't strike you as odd, but you do get a little concerned for the fact that this thing is just out in the open, right? Like if as you have been warned by Alaris that this place is hostile to flesh creatures, or anything with meat, you would expect that this thing is kind of exposed right here.
That thing's probably gonna die though.
Wait, why? Why would it die?
Well, if this place is so dangerous, then why is it just sitting there?
I mean, I could probably hit it from here if you want.
Why do you want?
Why do you want
Wait,
it?
why?
Prank.
That's not a prank.
That is a prank, see?
Yeah, but don't kill the cute
I wasn't
thing.
going to. That was the prank.
Okay.
No, it's funny when it's one of you. It's not funny when it's a cute bunny.
Okay.
Well, we better go save it
Oh,
New mission.
and adopt it.
Fuck the God's
Put-
fire.
Put your dad in the cylinder. Put your dad
Oh
soul in a bunny. You've got a bunny dad.
It could go both ways.
Your mom's like, what do I do?
This is
Yes,
dad.
him.
Here's the boner.
It could either be that the bunny is not safe, or it could be the bunny is dangerous.
But it's so cute. What is that cute?
There are lots of things actually that are really cute that are dangerous because they pull you in by being cute.
Couldn't the bunny just be really safe because there is no danger? And so it's
I
out
mean,
in the
I guess
open?
that's
Yeah,
it.
maybe they got it wrong.
It depends upon whether or not you're going to believe the people who live here.
Okay, yes, great point. But they don't come down here, so maybe they just like superstition or like that
That thing that our parents always say was going to come and get us in the night never came.
What was going to come get you in the night?
Gothius, and it did come and
Oh,
killed it.
Yeah, that did
That thing came to get
All
you
right.
in the night?
My point is no, yeah.
Yeah, there was like a ancient tree vampire. It's a long story. Go watch it on
Tree.
YouTube.
Yeah.
It's on there.
What's it?
What?
Prank.
YouTuber. It's a potato.
It's a vampire that,
It's a scry spell.
that was, you know, taking over the soul of our friend, and we had to fight back, and then it knew my secret that I was a doppelganger.
And then Grayson killed his best friend.
You shouldn't kill your friends.
Well, he was
Great
a tree
point.
stump.
Also not a good argument.
Yeah, I don't know. You can
That
be friends
doesn't
with
make any
You
sense.
can be friends with a tree stump. I bet that bunny's friends with that tree stump.
They are hanging out together. Well, should we get down there? Do we see any ladders as we're going around the bend?
You do not see
Or
any ladders.
Slide.
All right.
There are.
Any chickens being glide down
A
on?
zoo employee entrance.
There's a couple of different
Fireman's
things,
pole.
right? Everybody give me either wisdom perception or intelligence investigation, because you're
Let's
looking
see
for
what you
some way to
guys
get
get.
down there, right?
Roll.
That's metagame.
Fantastic.
Is it? I want to.
Yeah,
I have
okay.
bumps. Bumps are a meta game.
You get mine. I have a bunch. Stop spanking your bumps.
They're my
18.
bumps. I'll spank them if I want.
I don't know what we were supposed to be rolling, but I got a natural 20
Oh,
Why'd
all
you
right.
roll for? Why'd you roll with advantage?
because our show's almost over, and I wanted to use.
Oh, you still had some left. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Inspies. This is persp.
Ooh, I got 17.
Either perception, or you can make intelligence investigation checks.
Dirt 20.
Either way, 17.
18.
All right. So you do notice a couple of different options here in terms of ways that you might get down to the jungle floor, right? Probably the most notable thing to all of you is that there's a huge overgrowth of vines. Something is growing in this area, and there's a huge overgrowth of vines that actually spills over the walkway and drapes down into the canopy below. And you would suspect that you'd be able to either swing or traverse on these vines, get into one of the trees down here, and climb down the tree, right?
Cool.
Yes.
There are
That.
lesser versions of those vines draped down from this area over here.
Oh, are they creating a
Right.
lattice?
They're not as thick or as sturdy, but they might still, like if you went one at a time, they might still support you,
I
right?
just want those thick vines.
The other thing that that occurs to you, and you all rolled fairly well,
Natural 20.
is that
Fairly well, Eric.
Jesus.
there's a number of doors that are set into the outside, into the circumference of this thing, right? They are coded to violet key cards, and they have little keypads next to them, and you would suspect that behind one of them must be a staircase or some other connecting type of contrivance. Yes? Those are the most immediate opportunities for exploration that you see. Keep in mind that the only tricky part about trying to use these vines is that the gravity is heavier here, right? So you're going to have some struggle and difficulty in trying to navigate that you might not normally have. And furthermore, were you to fall from any height, you would take more damage than you might normally plummet.
Much more damage.
Go on.
So, hard to estimate. At least half again as much.
I jump off because I'm curious. D8!
Just drop 80 feet just to try it. So
Well,
those
if you
are
dive
the
into the pool. That's another option.
Oh, it's true.
those are the options
We're not,
arrayed
above
before
the
you.
pool. It's
We also-
very-
Have you
No,
ever
no,
been
no,
to a
deep it.
party, Eric?
No, I've never been invited to a party.
The roof is never directly above the pool, but people still jump into
Yeah,
the
but
pool
it's not a
from the
football
roof.
field.
Just one time in your life,
You're a
Eric.
football field.
Just run and jump. Just one time in your life. Just do it without thinking.
You know, my old apartment was literally like the railing was right next to the edge of the pool, and
Oh.
every time somebody came to visit, every person who came to my place for the very first time was like, "You ever jump in there?"
No.
Fucking
I'm like, no, I don't
stupid
ever
idiot.
fucking jump in there. Like,
you kidding me?
it's a 10 to 12 foot jump, and the pool is only 8 feet deep. Do I want to break an ankle? No. But all right. So
And then
Put it
they
into
do
water.
it right afterwards.
Yeah.
Sucker. Right. I'm gonna do it.
all right. So that's what you see arrayed before you. How would you like to proceed?
Check every door on the way to those vines, right?
We've got the
How many
key
doors are there?
cards,
1, 2,
might
3,
as
4,
well.
5. There's 6 doors. Let's try 1 each, and then 2 each on the
Well,
on the
I
other
only
side.
have one fucking key card.
Oh, are they locked? I assume they wouldn't be.
No, they're locked with the violet key.
Violet card.
Oh, all right. We'll do one
Slow
at a time.
your roll, motherfucker.
One at a time.
Mm-hmm. All right. You can open those doors without much issue at this point.
No.
Take that. That's not that. Okay. All right, so you go to this third door here and you see a large cargo hold type area. It has various crates and boxes. You've actually seen, you check out the other rooms. There's a lot of these places. Each of these holds is filled with a variety of crates and other storage containers that don't look like they've really been disturbed, right? Which is somewhat curious to you. But some of the ones that have apparently contain fertilizer and other types of substances that would be used to help maintain this particular environment, yes? Some of them have seeds in them, etc. You get to this one. Everybody give me an intelligence investigation check.
19.
Mm-hmm.
No, dirty 20.
7.
14.
Okay.
So I disappointed you, Dom, with my 7.
So there's an area of the cargo hold here that is clear, and that kind of strikes you as kind of strange. Normally, in the other one, you've seen everything is not necessarily neatly stacked, but it's kind of like floor to ceiling filled up with stuff, right? And this one, there's a particular area where there's just nothing there. And Grayson walks around and realizes fairly quickly that there's actually a gasket in the floor. And then in the center of this area, or actually off to one side just by the edge of the gasket, there's a number of different panels set into the floor that it looks like they can be manipulated, right?
Oh.
But they're set into the floor. It's not like, it's literally like kind of even with the floor.
Weird.
Okay. What do they look like?
That's a great question. All right. There is a green plate, a silvery looking plate, and a blue plate. The three of them are set right next to each other into the floor.
Well, green is like the trees down there.
That's right.
That's all I got.
Wait,
Should we try
maybe-
the key cards?
Yeah, it has something to do with the key cards.
We have a green one?
We can look. We could press these, right?
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
press them, you
I
tell
don't
me.
think we need a card. We can just.
There's no
we just,
slot for a card to go in this thing.
Right
You
hand
used
green.
You used your key card to get into this room, so you've been using your violet one to
Yeah.
open it up. And again, like the keypad lights up, and you just sort of put whatever numbers you want in it, and then it opens up. But yeah, there's no key card to make this thing operate. They're just plates in the floor. There's a green one, a silver one, and a blue one that are right next to each
Put my
other.
hand on that green one and push.
All right. Where are the rest of you standing?
As far away as possible.
I mean,
I'm probably on top of a crate.
I'm at the door.
Excuse me.
I'll probably be near him.
Okay. All right. So you two are sort of keeping your distance, and then you're manipulating the plate. You're right next to him, and as he pushes this, you hear this kind of like, dong, and then there's this tss noise, and the entire 20-foot by 20-foot section of flooring that you're standing on with the gasket on the edge begins to descend.
You should.
Oh, we're not moving?
You're
whole
up. You're in
room's
the
moving.
no. You're in the room.
Just the section they're in.
Oh.
Hey, guys.
Bye.
We're moving.
Okay.
Is that good? Where does that go? It could be a
Down.
pit of snakes.
I'll run over and jump in.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna join them on the
I
platform?
guess so.
or
Let's all die
what?
together.
Sure. Fine. So you dash over and jump on the platform before it gets too far away and begin descending down into the jungle. Everybody can give me another perception check, please.
TPK, TPK.
We just walked right into that one, didn't we?
11D.
Ooh,
Quattro, 6.
Bless.
You!
25.
25.
God damn!
All right. As the platform begins to descend, right, you realize that this, the noise that it's making is not necessarily particularly subtle, right? It's a fairly loud noise as this huge 20-foot by 20-foot slab of metal begins to descend 80 feet down. And as it begins to descend down, you look down below and you can slowly, like what you assume were like bushes and kind of like some mounds of dirt and shrubbery and stuff like that, they suddenly rise up and begin shambling towards the platform.
There's the dirt things that are coming.
What?
The dirt is not dirt, and it's coming. It looks like it's gonna attack. Just get ready to fight things.
Prank?
No, not this time. But that
Okay,
would be
all
a
right,
good
no
one out to use in the
That-
future.
Oh, yeah.
This was
right
my
that down.
prank.
You dick. See ya.
Yeah.
Is it a prank? Is it an attack? All of this and more will be revealed next time on the Ironkeep Chronicles! Yay! Thanks everyone for joining us. Thanks to everybody who donated here tonight. We got some great things unlocked. Got some nice treats for the party and some more information in the mix. So thank you so much to everyone who donated or shared the message on social media or as a Patreon backer or subbed up or however you may have supported us. We really do appreciate it. It's the only way that we keep the lights on and we can keep bringing you quality entertainment like I hope we brought to you tonight. Let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Gaurav Gulati, everyone.
Hey everybody, I'm Gaurav, and you can catch me on all the social medias at DoubleGXG. And you can catch me on Wildcards at the same channel, Saving Throw, on Fridays at 8 p.m. That's Pacific time. So see you then.
Da, da, da. Havana Mahoney. How did that popcorn treat you tonight?
I don't know. It made the top of my mouth feel weird. I don't want any. I just said it made me feel weird. It smells weird too.
Does not smell good.
It doesn't smell good. I
Oh,
did
no.
eat a significant amount for being put off by it.
Is it buttered? Is it naturally
It's not.
buttered?
It's just sea salt.
Okay.
But it feels like this weird, like oil after something like
Might be kind of
layered
burnt,
on the
actually.
roof of my mouth. Well, listen. You can follow me on Twitter. That's Havana Ram on Twitter, HAVANARAMA. Or you can follow me on Twitch, right here.
on the Twitch, unless you're watching this on YouTube at a later date, then not here. On Twitch, you ding dong. And that's Vanna_Rama, VANA_RAMA. I'm over there 6 days a week playing the video games. I do that full time. And I do a lot of GTA role playing. So if you like the tabletop RPGs, you might like that I do that there.
It's just like this, only with more violence.
Surprisingly not.
Surprisingly little violence.
No.
No
Way more
violence.
violent. This is, yeah.
Okay. Are there more plants?
There are trees. It's basically just Los Angeles. I'm not sure if you've ever played
Not familiar with Los Angeles.
GTA is what I was going to say, but good to know you aren't aware of where you are.
I'll tell you somebody who does know exactly where they are. Megan Caves!
I'm right here. Yes, you can follow me on Twitter at Megan Caves. It's MEGHANCAVES. I think I'm at Caves63 everywhere else. And you can catch me on Wildcards as well this Friday. And also, Gaurav, Jordan, and I have a podcast where we talk about GM and RPG stuff. It's called Experience Pointers. You can find us at on Twitter at EXPPointersPod. And we do come out a week early, our podcast a week early here on Saving Throw Patreon for $10 backers and up. Oh, also, I'm going to GM a game on Monday.
What? Yes.
Yeah. So tune in for that, 8 p.m. It's called Mysterium at Bainbridge Estate. It is based on the board game Mysterium. It is set in 1922, and it's going to be creepy. And yeah.
Are you going to use any of the cards from the game or anything?
I might. You have to tune in to find out.
Oh, GM secrets. We love it. One thing that's not secret is how much we love Eric Reichert, everyone.
None.
No clapping.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a secret. It's not a secret how they feel
We're
about me.
openly hostile towards Eric
Not
Reichert.
a
How much
secret.
do we love him? Zero much.
$0 worth.
Hey guys, I'm Eric, and you can follow me on social media at Mostly Shit, or you can follow me on Twitch when I do Variety Cast gaming stuff at Mostly Eric on Twitch.
Awesome. Let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Dom Zook, the man behind the cameras and the keyboards. Smashing it together as always. He will be joining me tomorrow right here on Disorganized Play at 2 o'clock. We have a chat back show and also a GM advice show that we do from 2 to 3 Pacific on Thursdays, where we talk about like how the game went, what came up in the game, what else is coming up in the game, etc. We also take your general questions about role playing and whatnot. So you can join us for that tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Tomorrow night we are dark. We don't have anything going on. Hey, you're left to your own recognizance. Friday, of course, is our Wildcards game, so tune in for that. And we've got, you can do ! calendar for the rest of our lineup for the week. Exciting stuff. Until next time, let's dungeon!